bombs right now.
The first thing the stream's going to hear now.
I know, I timed it.
I mean,
And we
that's
wouldn't
fine.
want it any other way.
Hell yeah.
Alrighty then. Welcome back to the world of Alterra. Our adventurers have gone to the shattered alt sphere, a alternative reality where they are very on the brink of death, struggling for their lives in this harsh new world.
Only for an officer.
Yep. Previously, they were blown through a Terran reality after Junior Stradson attempted to blow up a peace summit, but was stopped by our brave adventuring, plunging the party and their rival Junior into this alternate reality where they woke up in a junkyard of rubble, looking up at the night sky of a shattered world. What was previously the elemental rings, as well as the Dyson sphere interior that is Alterra, now just a shattered floating mess of chaos with rubble and the pieces of planes blown about. And they eventually made their way into the Tower of Death, run by a very gaunt skeletal figure and his strange, creepy puppet, where they have been, the pair kidnapped Zormir, and the party have gone in to rescue him, all with the exception of Gwen, who decided to wait out. But I have a feeling Gwen's going to have a change of mind this session and will show up to decide to save these fellows if they actually want to play this session.
I gave you ramen.
Which is where we're going to bring it off. Let's actually start with Gwent themselves outside, having waited, I'd say, a good an hour or two as the party have explored and attempted to not die from various traps. Gwent, it's been a while now, and you're sat outside. You know, the day is slowly coming on. There is a dim light that is pulsating throughout the sky, the remnants of the Alterra light stream that is the replacement of the sun, and there's a dim glow of morning light. Not enough to blank out your observation of the night sky beyond it. You can still see the shattered destruction through the haze of light blue, but just enough that you can kind of tell that it's day. They have a very thin definition of the day-night cycle in this new world, as you would know, being native from it. But yeah, you are outside the Tower of Death. You've heard naught from your allies, and you know, it's starting to ponder at you if you should go in and save them. Maybe they could be useful to you.
Oh, I think I'm trotting back and forward noise. Have I heard any sounds, screams, explosions?
There was a scream maybe half an hour into the way as everyone fell down the giant tower hole. But apart from that, you've not heard anything in the last hour and a half.
Yeah, you've not heard any souls screaming.
You've heard nothing but the very subtle whisper of the wind as it blows across the rubble.
I'm just going to poke my head in the door just to see if I can see anything happening.
You don't. Actually, as you approach the tower, you don't see a door. You see a destroyed heap of wood with a tongue out lying across the floor. And you just see into the expanse, the central area of the tower with its cold stone tiling and the red door on the opposite side. And nothing else.
God. Nothing moving, just silence.
Just silence and an empty view into an empty tower central chamber.
Okay, gonna pick up a rock, tuck it in, see if there's any disturbance from the sound.
You know, I completely forgot to do the quick intros. I'll do it when you get back to the rest of you.
I just got back. Yeah, I just got back.
You do so. There is no disturbance. The rock clutters along the floor, rolling a few turns until it settles a good 25 feet into the chamber. Nothing responds, but
Okay, I'm going to walk in that way where you can tell that at a moment's notice, just ready to leg it out. Like a real coward creeping from bit to bit.
Turning on a
You do so.
sixpence.
Yeah.
you get a good 5, 10 feet in, ready to bolt at a moment's notice. 15 foot,
Oh,
20.
You know what I'll do as well?
Yeah.
I will cast synchronicity on myself.
What does that do? I've never heard of this stuff.
So so everything's just hopefully a little bit better for me.
Sorry, what is the spell?
I had traffic
Right, yeah.
lights. Traffic lights are always green. What the fuck?
Isn't that the UA?
Quite possibly. But it's a fun spell for trying to just, if you're a coward, for trying to just sneak through places.
No distractions.
Yeah.
That's so fucking weird. What the hell?
Yeah, I think that's from James's
Quite
thingy.
possibly.
One moment.
Fascinating. I don't think it'll apply just now, but nothing's inconveniencing
Well,
you.
yeah, no mundane delays. Like,
Fascinating.
Yep, UA. I literally just checked it. It's UA.
Which UA is that from? It's very modern in reference to traffic lights.
Modern magic and warlocks, apparently.
It's It's a fairly old UA.
Another kind of 7 from 5e. Jeez, that's very old.
Yeah, I think it's from like 2015, 2016.
Oh, is that with the new cyber magic and like the ghost and the machine subclasses?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Which
That's
never
good
got
stuff.
published.
That's a shame. I'd love a modern. Anyway, we're getting off track. I already do high-tech modern magic most of the time anyway. All right. How far into the chamber would you like to go? You can go as much as you want. You can see the red door ahead of you. There are 2 doors to the left and right off this chamber. The chamber itself has probably got about 60-foot radius, I believe it was, or a 6-foot diameter. Let's go 6-foot diameter. I can't remember how big the actual chamber was.
I mean, I think I would head to the room that had the creepy man and the doll in.
Yep,
Because
that was
it's-
straight ahead. That was through the red door into the main chambers beyond.
Yeah, if they're still alive, I know to peg it. If they're not still alive, a bit more safe in the tower.
As you get to the center of the chamber, you're still quite on edge. But as you get to the center, crossing over towards the red door, suddenly you feel a lack of footing beneath you. As in an instant, the entire floor is disintegrated, and there is nothing but blackness beneath you. As for a moment you hover in the air, and then
Looney
you
Tunes
plunge.
Don't use cartoon logic.
Watch out, there's spikes.
Well, how would you like to react as you start plunging to your death?
Don't look down. You'll be fine.
You ever heard a horse hit the ground from like 120 feet up?
Just a big old splat.
I think it's more of a bump.
I mean, with that size, that would be crunch, probably.
Yeah.
But yes, you have a round as you plunge to the depths of the bottom of this tower. If you would like to do anything, feather fall, an action to cast fly, or anything.
Yeah, if I had any of those things, it'd be real useful.
Well, you're casting a 4th level spell. I don't remember what you got.
Flying broom.
I'm
remember
a
what class
horse,
you are.
damn it!
I know they're a cleric.
If you had a Pegasus.
Yeah, are you Pegasus Centaur or?
Turn undead on the Death Ward would be hilarious, actually.
I mean, to be honest, yeah, screw it, Death Ward.
Yeah, it's like, what else are you gonna do?
Yeah, I've got nothing else, Death Ward. Like, oh god. Whoa.
Brace! You did the magical equivalent of brace for impact.
Yeah, pretty much.
As you continue to fall and the round elapses, the bottom becomes into sight as you see beneath you a room filled with spikes. This bottom left chamber. Ignore the flames, they'll have come after you go splat. As you have mere moments before you impact these massive black spikes, what would you like to do, if anything, in this moment? This is your one chance to save yourself before death occurs.
Poop and roll.
Oh. I honestly have nothing that can work for this.
Yeah, I think it's gonna hurt.
Start flapping your arms.
I mean, yeah,
Gallop through the sky. It might work. You never know. I've seen weirder.
yeah. Joe, just try and scramble on the side, but horses not especially known for climbing walls or stopping themselves falling.
Try and
You've seen Skyrim. This never ends well.
kick the spikes as you hit the floor.
Nah,
We didn't really establish what they were made of.
Wood.
They were made of black wood
Yeah,
that is
fireproof
resistant
wood.
to fire.
Yeah, fireproof wood was all we got told.
And honestly, that's all you really needed to be told. They're giant spikes. They don't do much else.
They impale you.
I am going to hold an action of Channel Divinity for after I hit.
See if you're conscious after you hit first.
Death
You're not
Ward.
used to that here. Well, that's fair.
Take the dodge action.
Oh wait, does Death Ward? Here's a question: does Death Ward matter for massive damage? Actually,
We will find out in a second.
Depends on
Okay.
your health.
I believe it's
Yeah.
still, because it still reduces it or replaces it by 1. Or,
I think it
Issue.
does specify if you go over, if it's like permanent death or insta death, it does negate it.
the death ward or the insta death.
it's without dealing damage. That it specifies without dealing damage. So massive damage. No, the wording is the first time the target would drop to 0 hit points as a result of taking damage. The target instead drops to 1 hit point and the spell ends. Does not say massive damage. This is the one case where massive damage doesn't seem to apply.
Yeah.
So you might be good.
That's fair, that's fair.
Nice.
But yeah, I honestly have no idea what save this would even be.
Constitution? Can't be anything else.
I feel like I'm gonna get a deck save just to see if you can avoid and aim between the spikes.
You can talk yourself between the
Falling
spikes.
horse,
You
man.
stick the landing. You just stick the landing. Ooh, that's pretty good.
They're
I'll
fully
take
worth.
that.
Damn.
However, you're still gonna take the maximum amount of deadly damage for your tier. I guess this would be a mix of bludgeoning and piercing. Do you care about which one it is?
You
Do I need to
care.
split this up?
I've got nothing that will help me about anything. I'm a
Is there like a
falling
really
horse, man.
niche ability of just resistance that just piercing or bludgeoning comes in?
Armor of vulnerability. Gives you immunity to one and vulnerability to the others.
That'd be hilarious. But you take 57 bludgeoning piercing damage.
Then I'm still alive anyway.
And to be fair, you made the save, so you take, I guess, half of that.
Even better.
28.
And the horse sticks the landing.
Now, since
Instantly
you actually made
regretting
your
my
The
decision,
remnants of the horse.
you managed to very, very acrobatically and with quick precision avoid being impaled by the spikes as you smash down into them. Maybe you probably oriented something underneath you. You got your armor in the way. You've positioned yourself in such a way that you didn't immediately die. As the rest of the party hears a massive crash from the room to your left, and as you get in there, I actually need another dexterity saving throw from Gwent as you suddenly feel intense heat shooting towards you. Now, since you made the initial save, you aren't pierced, so you don't have disadvantage or anything on this.
Yeah, that makes
And-
sense, yeah.
However, because of the amount of damage you've taken, you are unable to get out of the way fully as these 4 massive draconic gargoyle heads shoot a stream of flame into the center of the room, overcharring anything that has impacted the spikes. As insult to injury, hilariously, had you actually gone down to 1 hit point, this would have taken you out. You take 26 fire damage.
Still alive!
By the grace of gods,
By the grace of 5 points, I'm alive.
by the
Jeez,
grace
you
of the
got that.
deity you so worship, you somehow survived this.
And you've still got Death Ward. Also somehow. Well,
But yes, with that, we'll return to the southern party and actually do a quick name check since it was pretty obvious who Gwent was there talking. Wolfie Alvina, give us a quick hello, who you are.
Howdy! I am Wolfie Bane. I am one of the 2 people streaming this at the moment. I'm one streaming on my channel. I am playing Alvina Alanor, everyone's favourite, totally not an anime protagonist, war dancing barbarian elf girl.
Nice. Fuck you.
I'm Ben. I'm playing Fuck You, the Goblin Bard.
Very polite.
Hmm?
Very polite.
Yes. Very, very polite. Very polite for the Goblin. Yeah, and he doesn't seem to get hurt much.
He's immortal.
Yeah. So far, he has taken the least amount of damage during this whole campaign so far. So he's pretty
sleeping for most of it.
I mean, he's pretty sure he's immortal at this point. Yeah.
You took most of the damage, I think, last session from me kicking you.
Yeah.
That was getting most of the damage you took.
There will be a point where he will go, I'm immortal!
And then die instantly. I'm invincible!
That would be quite funny. And Lou.
Hi, I'm Neil. I play Lou Grimm, the Tiefling Warlock, who may or may not have killed some inanimate souls.
You depressed like a blender to death. And a door.
How can you depress a door?
Watch the VOD. That's all I can say.
Now on YouTube. We've missed the first episode, but the rest have been successfully actually
mine are.
over.
They're on mine. They're on my YouTube.
Oh yes, and if you want the actual first episode, go over to Bane's channel, find their YouTube and watch it there.
Yeah. It is on there. Or they're all uploaded on there. Thankfully. Despite Twitch's efforts.
And let's, in order to wrap everyone up, so when we come to them later, we won't have to do introductions. Zormir.
You forgot a Lou.
Which said Lou?
We just did, Lou.
Did you? Oh.
Literally,
Yeah, I
just
didn't open your
laugh.
ears.
What's the matter with you, man?
I mean, that was the whole depressing doors to death gimmick.
Yeah, you
That
just
was
chilled
Lou.
out.
Damn it, Bob.
I've not seen Neil all week. I forgot he exists. Sorry, Neil. Ah!
You!
You forgot Neil exists, but you remembered that his character exists. And that's the best part.
You've not seen me, but you spoke to me.
Yeah.
Was it really you?
Yes.
It was an
Was it Lou?
It was an impersonator.
No, I was sleeping.
Yeah. All right.
Ah, so you're following Fuck You's example. Understood.
I thought you would have been back at work.
No, next Monday.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, there you go. That was Zormir.
Yes. An argument.
Argument for Zormir.
All you need to know, really.
Oh,
Go ahead,
he spent all last week arguing with a vampire anyway.
He did. Week before last. We
Who's
did do
now
last
bolted
week.
for it and has somewhere inside the dungeon.
Plus doing some gardening.
Yeah, you did some severe extreme gardening.
Pretty much my job.
Are you a cop?
No, my actual job.
Your character's a cop.
There you go. I did give you a second chance there to fill out any details in you wanted to. We're gonna move on from that.
Yeah.
You're an officer with a gun. Done.
An officer gun, that's all you need to know. Alright, Alvina, Fukyu, and Lou. Or more importantly, Lou and Alvina, you hear this massive crash to the left of you, of something coming down and impacting the spikes, and most likely their yelps of pain. However, Fukyu, while you do hear this, you're a little distracted by the shiver that runs up your back as you turn and a branch is attempting to attack you.
Yes.
As I need everyone to roll me initiative.
Yeah.
Oh,
Technically everyone but Zormir. But Zormir, you might as well roll initiative anyway.
Yeah, just prepare.
No, just prepare.
Be ready.
Hell yeah. Thank God for advantage on initiatives, because my first one was a 4.
Not bad.
Yeah, pretty good, honestly, 15. For a +0, yeah, you can take that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Not bad.
I don't think I've got anything that gives me advantage.
I thought you had a Sentinel Shield. Oh, no, is that Zormir?
No,
Someone has a Sentinel Shield. I don't know who, though.
it's the normal shield.
You might be thinking of another game.
Maybe. I don't know. No, maybe it was like Greg. I don't know. Someone had one. And it wasn't the only person who had advantage initiative. What was his fucking name? Bob? Greg? Steve?
Somebody. Oh, Steve, maybe.
Steve. Was that his name? I can't remember.
Yeah, well,
I can't believe you guys have already forgotten Steve.
He was a
it was
valiant
Steve
member of the
stroke
party.
Greg.
But it's been 3 weeks.
There. Fukio, we got your initiative?
Should do. I did click on my character.
It's not come up.
Weird.
Oh, I've not bloody beyond 20 enabled. Hang on.
Ah, right.
Do you know what the actual roll was?
The roll was. Go back to the game log. It was a 15.
I think it's mine. I'll go in for now. Just in order to. Alvina, you hear this crash to the left of you, and you can feel the soft, subtle rumble of the room beneath you. You are currently investigating these strange chutes that lead down into the darkness next to these 4 levers around a sundial and your soup trough to the north. What would you like to do?
Okay, yeah, if memory serves, I had done as much fixing of that soup as I physically could, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna go as it. I'm assuming I can't hear fuck you being violently attacked by a twig yet.
Not yet.
Yeah, so I'm gonna just go. Well, I think that's Gwen, or whatever this. Did you get told Gwen's name yet?
Yes.
We did, yeah. Oh, that's Gwen. I'm just gonna go and pull them out of whatever's got them stuck.
Probably these massive spikes that they seem to have expertly Jenga'd their way between, and now are stuck as they get roasted.
I
Hey
came
there,
to
Gwen.
save you.
As you're coughing up
Bones on the
blood.
floor.
Well, yeah, thank you. I'd get out of there if I were you, because, yeah, you're gonna die. Is there any help you need?
Pull me. Pull me.
Can I grab them as a bonus action if I'm trying to just leave them?
I'm willing
you
to
could,
be
you
an
could just grab them as
object
an object interaction, yeah.
Yeah. Basically, yeah, I am going to dash now, because that was my normal move. Dash, grab them, and pull them back to at least, like, here. Essentially. Or as far back as I can. How far is that? 15?
2 minutes, that's fine. If you can get to the actual room and get to Gwen, that's okay.
I can
the
get
fire
out of the
wo-
room. I can get out of the room again.
Nice. The fire won't shoot up until the end of Gwen's turn, so I'm just going to use this as a combo between you and Gwen's turn to essentially get them out. Give me a strength check, because I imagine Gwen has a decent amount of weight on them based on the fact they're a horse.
Yeah.
Great.
Okay,
Horse.
I could be a very svelte horse.
Oh my!
Doesn't matter.
Alvina, it just doesn't matter what you are. You could be the heaviest horse in existence.
Yeah,
Alvina
man.
bloody yeets you out of that room.
I literally pick you up off the spikes and just carry you out.
You're so strong.
Yeah, it's a gift.
But I'm
Uh,
stroking the back of your
yes.
head. You're so strong.
Thank you. I set you down like over here somewhere.
Well, you did rip a cannon out of the ground.
Didn't rip the cannon out of the ground.
You did. Gwen, as you're able to get pulled out by Vina, you can feel the heat of the flames against the back of your neck as you manage to pull out just in time for another burst shot into the center of the room, and are pulled through this, I'm pretty sure, second broken door
Yeah,
Yeah.
we broke both doors and the blender.
with broken steel blades in a little indent in the floor that have been twisted, with half the door broken off along the side of it.
Oh yeah, there were
It's clear.
two broken doors because I killed the first door, and then we hit the other door with the first door, and then killed the other door. That was it.
It
Oh,
really
yeah.
wasn't a good door.
Yep. You can see your party is clearly, their new allies have clearly done some damage to this building.
Good. This building's
Also-
Self-defense.
Also, I
But
think
we'll
you
come
can,
back up to
I think you can probably see the bone on like Alvina's like left shoulder where the blender took a
Oh,
significant chunk of her armor.
Wow.
well, it's the top layer of her flesh. You managed to get out before any significant damage was done.
53 damage. That's-
It did, but remember, hit points are only a representation of how unlucky you are to death.
It hurt. Ow.
But we'll head back up to Zormir as... Zormir, what's your passive perception?
My passive?
Yeah.
Then 15.
15? That was quite a decent impact, falling from a decent like 500 feet up. You hear the very softest of vibrations and a high-pitched scream from somewhere south. Just ever so faint on the wind as it makes its way through the building.
Sound of a horse falling from the sky.
And then everything was quiet again.
What was the damage I took from the lock again? Well,
Lightning.
lightning. I don't think I want to deal with this right now. And I'm going to cast,
Oh, nice, okay.
and how much movement? Cast a time bonus action. I think it only works for my second turn. Or does it give me double movement?
It's when you cast a spell and then as a bonus action each your turn. So you get it this turn too.
All right.
So you can double dash.
My movement's 30 feet, so I'm gonna dash sort of this way
Yeah.
as much as I can.
Let's have a look here. 40, 60, 20. Oh yeah, it's just a double dash. You immediately get into a new area. As you get down to this little corner here, and let me just reveal what you actually see so you can make a choice. It took about most of your movement. I think you may have like 10 or something left, but it's not too significant. You see down into a thin corridor that seems to bend off down further south, but as well as you see what looks to be two thin gargoyle head of a serpentine creature shooting high pressure water at each other, creating almost like a conga line barrier of high pressure sprouts of water. And beyond that, you see these three podiums with what almost looks like bird baths, these little bowls with some water in them. You can kind of just peeking over, see some still water just resting in these bowls on the little podium. If you want to continue on to the west over the chutes of water, you would need to either jump incredibly high over them, essentially doing a barrel roll over them, or attempt to slide along the floor. And given your kind of size and the fact that you're carrying a giant bag of loot, might be a difficult procedure that you might want to take some time with. So given the fact that you're currently rushing and attempting double dash, those are the kind of choices you'll have. But you can make that choice, and we can thingy on this movement on your next round, since that took you most of your movement to get here. And I'll give you a round to think about which direction you want to go in. But with that, then let's head back to Fukyu as a tree branch is whipping out towards you, and a little fire spirit was dancing in the coals, looking at you. What would you like to do?
Well, did Fukyu hear the branch moving, or?
Yeah, you felt a little shiver up your spine, and as you kind of glanced back a little bit, you saw the movement behind you of something striking out towards you.
Right.
Just realised it says the kitchen is the initiative.
Right. Let's see.
Definite hostile intent from this branch as it whips towards you.
Yeah. Just Silence of that. Okay, I'm going to cast a minor illusion here,
Okay.
duplicating myself.
All right. Fair.
So there's what looks like another version of me just to the side. So let me just do that. Teeny version of me. Could resize that.
There you go.
There you go. And it's essentially going to be like dancing around, being distracting.
All right. Give me a deception check.
I'm pretty good at deception.
Bard
To see
powers
how
activate.
convincing this is, as I try to consider what the
25.
hell a
Quite
tree
convincing.
branch's senses are.
You can't
Either way,
escape.
it sees somehow, I think. Either way, it seems to be deceptive enough that the tree bench appears to be picking up the magical essence of this duplicate. However, it's sensing it seems to be confused by the magical illusion regardless, as it suddenly stops and kind of looks between the two of you, trying to figure out which one to attack.
Yep. And as it does that,
Crash.
just double checking my bonus actions. I am going to bonus action disengage and run through the door.
Boom!
Fair, fair.
Oh. Hey, fuck you! I found Gwen!
There's a tree!
I'm here to save you.
What tree?
There's a tree in there trying to trap me.
What did you do to it?
I don't know, I fed something in the fire.
Ah, trees and fire don't get along. That's probably why. It's probably jealous.
Fair. All right, is that you?
Wood elf opinion. He's just jealous.
Yeah, that's me.
Awesome. Lou, it is up to your turn now. You've had a brief look at these sigils. Obviously, you hear Lou coming from the south door, his voice echoing up to you. You can hear him talking about being attacked, and you also hear the arrival of Gwen. As you peek down, you can see Alvana's already saved them now. Gwen, quite in bad shape. You were looking at this northeastern door and having a look at the sundials. Lou, what is your Arcana proficiency? Do you have proficiency in Arcana, and if so, how high?
No, I don't.
No, you don't. That's fair. As you looked at these sundials, you at least recognize that they are arcanic runes, but you are unable to give any meaning or association to them. You would need someone with Arcana proficiency to read them to you.
Hi.
Yeah.
What would you like to do, Sure?
I'll shout down to the rest of the party, as in Gwen, Alvina, and fuck you, because I don't suppose the good doctor will be able to hear me.
No, you have no idea where the good doctor is.
we have no idea where he is. He could be in space for all we know.
But I'll shout down to the rest of them saying, I found some sundials with some arcanic markings on them, but I can't understand them. Any of you guys be able to read them?
Probably not, but I can look anyway.
I mean,
I don't want to.
I've got half proficiency in it.
You can jack all the trades.
Yeah.
Just good enough, a little bit of everything. Lou, would you like to do anything for your action? You don't have to. This is very fine. This is going to be a very short initiative.
No. Oh,
As we-
actually, something I forgot last time until basically the end. I hadn't gone through all the stuff I found. Completely
All the
forgot
stuff you
about the
found?
javelins we had.
Oh yeah. No, we checked the javelins. You couldn't identify them.
Yeah, but there was other stuff as well that I hadn't identified.
Oh.
Oh yeah, you guys could just like tell me you want to do certain stuff, like throw it at something or like press certain parts of it. Like you could explore the items.
I haven't done it yet because I've got a bad feeling about them. They're
I
gonna blow up. I've got a bad feeling they're gonna blow up or something. So I'm keeping them for a special occasion. I'm gonna throw it at something and see what happens.
Some of them will definitely blow up.
Yeah.
I
Not
don't.
all of them, but some of them.
Hopefully the eggs don't blow up. I want these.
That'd be funny.
This is my egg. Find your own.
But yeah, I would like to have a proper look at one of the shields or whatever it was that I picked up the first time.
If I remember correctly, you got a couple of the clay cubes that you've been
Yeah,
carrying
that's
around.
it.
I assume these would probably be in Fukyu's bag of holding, unless you want to carry one or two of them with you. But I imagine not all of them would be on you, just because they're, especially the cubes are quite heavy. They take a full person.
Well,
to
Alvina
lift.
took a bunch of stuff because, you
Yeah.
know.
All I have on me is, because we put most of it in the things, I put all the companion cubes in bag of holding. I have a
Yeah,
dragon egg, and I have 2 spears. 2 of the dragon spears, whatever the hell they are. Anything dragon related, I nicked. Everything else is fair game. Also, apparently I have what is described as scrap stuff from room. No idea what that is. By my writing down, I'm assuming it was something we'll identify with later. So, I looted
Scrap
some-
stuff from room.
I don't know what room. I apparently have looted a room.
don't
Oh,
know.
I remember what it
know
was. I looted my bedroom. That was it.
That
Oh,
would be
That's-
then.
You just random scrap. There's no importance or anything to it.
Okay.
If
I
you
just
ever
like-
need to
What?
justify why you might have like a torn rag on you, you got scrap.
Yeah. I was like, why? What is this in my?
It's a
Could
weird
be-
collection of just random broken knobs and bits that you'd find at like a junkyard. You've just
Okay.
taken a bunch of it.
I was like,
Hey, you
what
never
the-
know when you need to MacGyver shit.
Yeah,
Well,
and if
I-
you ever need to make a fate roll to see if you have a certain MacGyver item, I'll give you a lower DC to see if you have it.
I have the most random shit. I have steak. I have garlic. I have dragon eggs. I have a mortar. I have oranges. I have this random assortment of crap.
Spice
Uh,
pouch.
I mean,
Yes,
you're making run
you guys
slowly,
discovered-
surely.
4 clay cubes, 3 of the silver draconic inscribed spears with little ice crystals on the top of them, 4 vats of troll heads, and 4 dragon eggs.
Yeah, it's not about the troll heads.
Yeah, I don't know what we did with the troll heads.
I
Oh,
think they're in
you
the bag of
started
holding.
playing with one of them.
I did start bullying them, but I don't remember what we did after that.
I think I've got them noted as in my
Bag.
bag.
I'm going to assume most of these are in the bag of holding, unless you are carrying 1 or 2 of them. So Lou, which one would you specifically like to study? Because I'll let you easily be able to carry 1 or 2 of these.
One of the clay cubes.
You want one of the clay cubes?
Apparently, it didn't save in my thing.
I have them written down, but I knew I gave them you, essentially.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'll also start making blank templates with just the descriptions on them as we go on, so you can add the blank descriptions to them just to keep track of them. As it will take some time to like experiment with these and figure out what they all do, or at least find somebody who does know what they do.
Yeah, all we've got so far for the companion groups is primordial. That's it. It's something primordial.
There's
Let
a
me give you a
bunch of
quick
troll heads, isn't there?
re-description there, Lou, if you're particularly interested in the clay cubes. It's a large chest-sized cube composed of an orangish-red clay, heavy and dense. Each surface of the cube is carved with geometric shapes, a large central ring with a straight line running off to the sides, connecting to the other rings. So each side has a kind of circular, kind of pressed into the actual clay with little lines going off to the 4 sides to connect with the other rings. What would you like to do with it? How would you like to investigate it or experiment with it? Or you could just take the time to think about what I've just said there.
Would I
Yeah, but-
recognize the symbol?
It's literally just a circle, kind of like taking a finger in sand and just carving it into the actual thing. Yes, you recognize a circle.
You know what a circle is.
It's just
Wait.
literally geometric shapes.
You can check, does he?
No, please not one. Please not one.
Go ahead,
He
go
doesn't know
kick
it's it's a
I
square.
guess to be a flat intelligence check for geometric shapes.
Nat
I'll
one,
skip that.
nat one, nat one, nat one. Hey, he knows what a circle
Yes,
is.
you recognize what a geometric circle or ring is and what straight lines are. Congratulations.
You did shapes in school.
Yes.
While you're doing that, because just to thingy out the initiative, the kitchen, or more particularly this large branch, is going to smack into the illusionary Fukyu, which I assume passes straight through.
Yeah,
Is it some
because
illusion?
it's just minor illusion, so it just goes straight through it.
You hear the crack of crates as they are smashed in the walls. It kind of drags its arm along the wall, having attacked the illusion with full force, smacking into these little blueberry crates to the south, and then realizing that the illusion is an illusion, turns back towards the door, and noticing that you're out of it, actually goes straight for the door, grabs it, and shuts it, closes it with a bang.
Behave
As
yourself,
it-
Free.
It seems to have kicked you out of the kitchen.
No! Psh, bad!
Bad tree. Bad tree.
As this door appears to have something heavy blocking it now on the other side.
I'll go in and talk to it. It'll be fine.
But that's pretty much what the kitchen does, because the branch isn't able to follow you out of the kitchen.
Just closing the door and pouting. Got it.
But with that, that pretty much takes you guys out of initiative. Gwent, did you want to do anything before we probably head back to Zormir, who is rushing, and...
No, I was just gonna
Heal.
bang myself full of 25 points. And how's Alvina looking?
I'm at 20. If I would go to a number, a 25 out of 88. So I'm pretty fucked up.
Well, take another 15 then.
Thank you.
Thanks. This is you guys are pretty much out of initiative order, and there's no reason to rush anything down there. I'm going to quickly go back to Zormir, who was rushing. Zormir, as you kind of screech to a halt in this this T-junction, looking left and right with your options, what would you like to do?
Hit myself for 4. And start running this way.
Oh, you're going to go east.
Because I don't see anything doors-wise or anything across in that bit.
He'll come back to this, and I hear crashing. That probably means your allies are there.
You know,
Yeah.
that is an excellent question. I'm pretty sure there is supposed to be a door there. It isn't a secret entrance.
Oh, you
Alright.
hid it. You hid the door with the.
Alright.
Oh, yeah.
I couldn't see that.
Yeah, it was.
No,
above the
there
wall.
also isn't a door on the map.
Yeah, it's a
the
wall
actual-
on the map.
The actual map doesn't have a door in it.
Yeah, it doesn't
And I
have
think
a
I've
door.
missed that segment. So there is a door. There is supposed to be a door.
It's a yellow door.
It's well hidden.
Okay.
But yes, you see a door heading south there.
Oh, fuck. I'm gonna huck the bag full of gold across first. Wait, no, I can't do that because I used my action to heal myself. Where's that? Where's that bonus?
You can just
No
object
wounds.
interaction.
That'd be
throw-
object
You're not attacking
interaction.
anyone.
No?
You can just heave a bag. That's fine.
Yeah, cure wounds is
Especially
full
since you're doing it as you're, I assume, dashing for the
Yeah.
actual thing as well.
dive through.
It's because I know it's that heavy. I want to chuck that over and then jump over myself. Or because I
I thought it was like a barrier of water.
It's a conga line of just two spouts like shooting at each other with high pressure. You can go above or beyond, but it takes an acrobatics check.
Okay.
I'm
And if
basically
you fail, you end up getting smacked in the face with high pressure water.
Which fucking hurts, I will say.
It does, yeah.
it's to make sure I don't have disadvantage on the acrobatics check. I'm hucking the gold.
Since you're having to aim this, I more than believe you have the strength to pull it off, but you are having to kind of throw it without hitting the ceiling so it bounces down and just high enough to go over the actual water. So I'm going to need some form of sleight of hand check here. A strength sleight of hand check would also be applicable.
Neat.
So a dex or strength sleight of hand, your choice.
My dex and strength are just the same, so just a slight hand.
Okay. Fair.
18.
An 18 is more than sufficient to make it. You manage to perfectly aim this bag over the spout of water as you quickly follow after it. Go ahead and give me an acrobatics check if you're trying to jump over or under.
No, if only it was athletics.
Yeah.
Alright.
Can't power through it, unfortunately. Oh dear.
Ooh, unfortunately, you don't quite get the height. It's probably all this armor on you. As the bottom of your chest plate just skiffs along the water, and very quickly you find yourself going sideways as you're bounced and ricocheted back off the actual spout of water, smacking into the wall as you kind of ping pong off the wall back to where you started. As this is just a setback. Let me just double check the damage here.
Do we hear that? Because this must be very loud.
There's a couple rooms in between you, so probably not going to help south of the chamber you're currently in. That's only 2d10. 8 bludgeoning damage. However, you are forced back, and that has taken. Give me a strength check actually. See if you're knocked prone by this. Unfortunately, you are, as not only are you ricocheted off the wall back to your starting point, you're also knocked prone.
Stand up.
Yep, that's going to take up half your movement.
Well, I'm using expeditious retreat, so
Run it again!
make another attempt.
Yep, go for it. Give me another acrobatics check. Let's say it probably takes like 10.
Fuck!
Every time.
Exact same again.
It's better! It's better! By
you did
one!
marginally better.
Yep. But you take 18 bludgeoning damage this time.
Nice,
This
it's not
time,
better.
This time you slightly trip and you kind of tumble a little bit too quickly as your face smacks directly into the stream and it knocks you sideways into the wall again, knocking some sense out of you. Give me another strength save to see if you're knocked prone again.
You're unconscious.
1.
You're what? Thank God you healed! Thank God you healed, dude.
Okay.
Sissy, you were pretty much there last time you got here. You would have had just a little bit left movement to jump over it. So I'll say that just took the last of your movement. You were knocked prone, getting back up to 15. Cost another 10 to try again. So you have 5 movement left, but you've not. This isn't accounting for a bonus action dash. So you could get up again and have one more try with your bonus action dash if you want, but you're also 1 hit point.
Do it! Do it!
Nope.
No guts, no glory! Do it!
If
Oh.
you're knocked out,
Do it.
If he dies to this, would be a funny one. Survives the giant man-eating plant, gets knocked unconscious by a fountain.
He stands up
you
and
wanna.
no. He stands up and at the top of his lungs he goes, "Oh, for fuck's sake!
You can swear on my stream, it's fine.
Oh, for fuck's sake! I've chucked the gold over and I can't get across myself! What the fuck am I doing?"
Do we hear that?
Yeah, that you can hear.
Found Zombie! Also, it appears he's lost the loot, so let's go ahead.
He's sort of picking up his gun and sort of. Obviously, I can't actually do it, but starts to look at the gun with. I'm gonna shoot these damn things!
That'd probably just make it.
You have a bonus action if you'd like to do
More
anything
force.
this turn, or you can just wait until next turn.
I'm waiting.
Alright, so you're no longer
He's
rushing.
Breathe.
You've now taken on a new mission. You get vengeance.
It'll explode and do 1 damage to you.
Let's go back to Zormir in a second. Before you hear Zormir, you had a couple seconds while Zormir was attempting this. So you hear this about midway through whatever you're doing next. But you have been ejected from this kitchen. There are arcane sigils on some dials above. You've got some soup holes to the east, and Lou is playing with one of the clay cubes. What would you guys like to do? You guys are effectively out of initiative order.
since we hear Lou's not Lou
Zormir.
Zormir's
outburst.
exclamation of pure anger about halfway through, Alvina will be first thanking Gwent for the healing, and then go, right, I'm gonna go talk to the tree through the door.
Yeah, but isn't the door like locked?
That's right, through the door. I'm gonna talk to the tree. I'm gonna talk to the tree through the door, and then I'm gonna rip the door off its hinges and rip it out if it doesn't cooperate.
That's fair. Do you have the ability to speak to plants?
I can convince it. I can talk to plants, but I have no magic power that lets me. I can just speak to plants. And
Do you have a feature that allows plants to understand you?
No, I can talk to it then.
It just can't
right.
answer you.
Yeah,
So you're
I
just-
can talk
okay.
to it.
At
I
least
have
not
wood
verbally.
elf. I have wood elf essentially, so she's a bit weird and likes trees. I go,
We'll see how this goes.
Tree, sorry about whatever fuck you did. Can you let us in? I want to explore the room a bit.
You hear no response.
Well, I tried. I'm gonna rip the door off its hinges.
Before you do so, what is Gwent, Lou, and Fukyu doing?
How does everybody look?
Still
Terrible.
pretty hurt. Still
I'm not
pretty-
bad.
Still pretty fucked up, but better than I was.
You're in the
Nice.
second room of the dungeon.
I'm at
So
less
Lou
than-
looks okay.
Yeah.
Avina looked marginally messed up. What
Fuck you
about
looks
Fukyu?
fine.
Fukyu, just undamaged. doesn't know what the fuss is about.
Yeah, literally.
Of course.
But he's gonna like put his hand against Alvina and do a first level cure wounds on her
Thank you.
for 10 points.
Yay, thank you.
And I will bang in a slightly higher one.
Yay.
While you guys are all having a healing fest, Lou, what are you doing? You're up by yourself, just hanging out in the north segment of the room with your clay cube. What would you like to do?
Yeah, Alvina is kind of grabbing the door at this point. He's about to rip it off.
Did there seem to be any kind of locks in it, or any way
The
of
cube or the
opening
door?
it?
Fuck, he's gonna say it's a push door.
She's gonna rip it off its hinges anyway. It's a dramatic effect.
Since you were looking at the cube a second ago, do you mean the cube or the door to your east?
The cube, sorry.
The cube? Right, okay. Just want to make sure, because the realistic character is still looking at the door. Just make your character off here, so I stop getting confused.
Alright.
There are no hinges. It appears to literally just be a solid block of clay that somebody has finger painted or finger dug some rings and lines into. It looks well made. It doesn't look like somebody's actually done that. It looks like it's been manufactured or created this way. But it appears to just be a solid clay cube with no discernible edges or any way to open. As you'd imagine if you molded a clay cube.
Minecraft block.
Oh, there you
It's
are,
just
23.
Minecraft rock.
Thank you.
Oh, actually, no, that is wrong. It's actually 23, 27.
Thank you. I'm mostly better now, so thank you very much.
Yes, Luke, go ahead and give me a investigation or perception check if you want to see if you can feel anything.
$15.
As you kind of Lou handle the cube, kind of feeling around for any bumps or ridges or any strange inscriptions or engravings or anything that might indicate what's happening here. You realize that this cube is perfect. Like it is. There are no odd bumps or any strange ridges. There is no gaps. It feels perfectly even in your hands. It doesn't even seem to have a displaced gravity to one side or the other. It appears that however this cube was made, it was not made naturally by hand. There are no impurities here. It is just a solid clay cube with just these markings on the front, all of them uniform. You don't feel anything to it.
I'll just scratch my head and put it in my bag again. Like,
That's fair.
I can't figure this out. Maybe somebody else with me can. But
As you do so, and as Alvina is preparing to yank the door off the hinges, this is when you hear Zormir's exclamations of rage and frustration. What would you like to do?
As much as I'm annoyed at the door and the tree, most of the tree, I'm gonna say pretty much what I said earlier. Well, we found Zomir, and it appears he's lost the loot, so let's go and deal with that first, and then we'll come back from the tree.
Why did he run off?
He got kidnapped by the lich thing.
Oh, he didn't even run off, you just haven't found him yet.
he may have got lost here. We're not exactly sure.
Yeah.
Boom!
Who would like to be the one to open the eastern door here?
Alvina,
Given your luck with doors so far.
I would throw something at it first. That's what Lou would say to Alvina.
Alvina like pulls back her fist, goes, "You're right, actually.
Maybe use one of those javelins to like stab it.
Nah, they're too shiny for this. I'm gonna go over to this sundial.
Yep.
How heavy does it look?
Like it's bolted or built into the floor.
I'm gonna try and rip it up again.
You probably can.
I'm gonna try. There's no guarantees I can, but
I'm just
give me
going
a
by
strength
the
check.
cannon.
strength check. Yeah, so
Oof.
Unfortunately, this sundial is built into the actual flooring itself.
What's this thing?
That is a
That's
sprig of
blood
blood on the
spatter.
floor.
Ah, okay.
It's not a carrot.
It looks like a carrot. I remember thinking last time it looked like a carrot. Oh, wait a minute. Can I borrow that? And I look I point at the companion cube.
So, sure. I can't see any way of opening it, so yeah,
Well-
why not?
Well, this is gonna open something.
Lou moves round a bit.
Yeah, I pitch it full bore into the door.
Alright, give me a... It's a really awkward anti-aerodynamic shape, so this should just be a strength check.
Okay.
Guidance.
It's a throw,
Actually,
so
never
I
mind.
can't reckless it, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Like,
Technically,
no
it's
guidance.
just strength attack.
Oh, I add proficiency
You
to
are
it then, so
attacking a door.
plus 3, so 22.
21.
22.
22, sorry. Yeah.
We've got 3.
I was just going with a base strength attack without proficiency because of the anti-aerodynamics of it.
Okay,
So I
it's
was
not
trying
a
to figure out if it could be any way shaped like a weapon, but
People are shaped like a weapon. Alvina's used to throwing shit.
yeah, but not like flat surface. Even humans are more aerodynamic than a cube. But you have a sufficient amount of strength there to yeet it against the air regardless, and also it's not that big a distance. As you do so, it smacks into the door, and what is the AC of the door again?
Not
Pretty high.
19.
That's solid wood.
I think it's like 15 or something. It's pretty good.
Roll me, I guess, a D4 plus strength. Can't imagine the cube is particularly strong. It's pretty solid wood, but yeah, 15 will do.
Hey.
Yeah, it's a pretty resistant large object. You get a decent dent into the door, but unfortunately, a clay cube is not the most destructive of weapons as it bounces off. The door slightly dented and damaged, but still standing tall. And the cube completely unfazed by the attack.
Sweet. I'm gonna basically scoop it up like a basketball player and use my second attack.
Do so. Go ahead and roll me another strength attack. Gotta take.
I
the
missed.
way
I
you
missed
rack.
stuff.
Again.
Bam!
As I keep track of the door's hit points as you bash it in.
I missed the door.
You just put,
Probably.
you didn't put as much force behind this one.
No, I missed. I like to think I missed.
As the rest of the party watches this, would anyone else like to do anything before Alvina spends the next round bashing in a door?
No.
Given time, they will succeed.
Does the door look like it's got any symbols on it or whatnot? I mean, like,
It's
It
got
has
a big
to-
dent in
no
it.
art value. Just like any
nothing
symbols
obvious.
that a native would know.
It
So
has.
give me a perception check if you want to try and identify or see anything that might be slightly obscured or hidden.
It has like a circle with a line going through it on the side with a bunch of concentric rings around it.
Ooh.
Printed into
Literally
the
the worst I can roll.
Wow.
Oh wait, we were talking about the cube or the door?
The door. It's just
Door.
imprinted this whatever pattern was on the cube into the door.
There is that seems like a normal, ordinary hardwood door. Pretty sturdy, pretty strong looking, but given enough beating, even it will buckle. While you guys are doing this, let's head back to Zormir and see what Zormir's doing at this point. Zormir, what are you up to?
The fountain.
Having a bath.
Death by fountain.
Using the last of my magic and healing and going, no, I can. Monculus, go fly over there and see where that door goes to.
Your homunculus dies.
It can. It flies and is small. It's the size of a. Not a very
Yeah, that's
big.
fair. Does it have arms? Remind me what the shape of this thing was.
Let me go.
Little human, isn't it?
Could it not like crawl underneath?
Oh yeah, it can get above and beyond. It was more if it can open a door.
I think it's a little like humanoid with wings or something like that.
Yeah, I'm just getting.
It can interact with shit. I know that.
Yeah.
The homunculus.
I think I find a picture of it.
I'll be back in a minute.
Oh yeah, it's like a hamster with arms, essentially.
Creature, special, homunculus, servant.
This is what they look like in 5e, apparently.
It has disposable digits. I think that's all that matters for opening a door. Fair enough.
Yeah.
It's awfully cute.
It flies over and it reaches down and opens up this door perfectly fine. It opens up into a corridor that leads beyond. Do you have telepathic communication with it, or does it need to come back and relay information to you?
I'll have to come back and relay. It's just a piece of amber I've infused with magic to make it. I don't think I got anything with it.
That's fair. Yeah, it opens the door and is able to just kind of look down, and it tells you it sees what appears to be a massive vat wrapped in some form of chain, but I can't quite make it out. It's dimly lit down there. Does it have dark vision?
Yes, it has 60 feet dark vision. Passive perception's 14.
Nice. There is this silverly kind of almost psychedelically reflective metal that seems to be wrapped around this vat, and it can see the odd shape of one or two other things in the room, but isn't quite able to discern it without going further in. Would you like to send it into the chamber for a better look, or to return to you?
Yeah.
As it flies into the room, in order to get a better look, I need it to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
Oof. I think Wolfie was right.
Yeah.
Let's have a look here. Do. I need to double check what size these are. They're large. Ooh. Okay. This actually does a decent, and it's low enough that it missed. It gets hit by both simultaneously. So this is going to be 2 instances of damage. So the first damage, as it takes an impact of 18 magical bludgeoning.
It's dead.
It's got evasion, so it cut half the damage.
Nice.
Still dead.
Well, this was the first instance. It got hit twice, and another 16 bludgeoning magical damage.
Is that from the same hit?
I know, these are two things attacking it, so there are two instances of damage.
Alright.
So if it has evasion, then that will be 9 and 8 damage, or 17 altogether.
Yeah, it's down. It's got 12
Unfortunately,
12 hit
your
points.
homunculus never returns to you to tell you what it's found. You wait for a couple seconds, but you hear nothing from it. Who knows what happened? For it has not returned to tell you what happened.
Hey, on the bright side, it didn't happen what I predicted. I predicted that it was going to get to our door, and I was just as I break it, and I'd kill it. With the door.
Able to report that it was seeing something inside, some form of chain.
Kinky.
It's a big chain.
It's a mecha samurai chained up.
But yes, is there anything else you would like to do for your turn? Before we head back to the southern party.
I'm just checking what happens when it's destroyed. Or
It's just dead, isn't it? You have to remake it.
It goes to Homunculus Heaven.
Yeah. It's like a bit of pop, so you have to like.
It goes to Alvina with the rest of our scrap.
Just loot the homunculus and remain.
There's a couple of bolts I could do with.
I shall eat it.
oh god, where is it? And no, it's pretty much me other than saying, "Oh god, where is it?"
We head back then to the other part. We can actually take you guys off the initiative for now. Come back out there.
Alvina's gonna continue attempting to cave in the door with a block of clay.
Yes, eventually, given enough time, you break down this door as it starts to tear away, and you see into this little empty corridor of another door 5 foot away from it. What would you like to do?
There's no blender! And I'm gonna throw the cube through the other.
You do so. This too will take a couple rounds.
Yeah, that's what she's gonna do. She's.
Wait,
Ah! I didn't go in there!
Yes, well,
quick question: what was the damage type?
magical bludgeoning.
Alright, making sure. Because he's immune to poison.
That's right.
Water is not poison, Bob. I'm sorry to tell you this, but.
Yeah.
It could make
I
him
would
rust.
tell you more, but unfortunately you did not see what actually hit him.
Yeah.
Also, public service announcement to anyone who drinks. Water, not poison.
Well, that depends.
You can make a TikTok on that. A new challenge.
Yeah, Alvina's gonna just keep basketballing the door, the cube at the door, like.
After the first hit, the cube doesn't drops down because it's not a bouncy ball. It doesn't like coming back to you. It drops down just in front of the door here. Would you like to enter to retrieve it?
Damn, if you only had mage hand.
No, do something else. Can I borrow the next cube? We've got
No, you-
4 of them, and then one of them will bounce enough. Everything bounces if you throw it hard enough.
That is your plan. I'm going to need 4 strength attacks without proficiency, and then damage on whichever one's hit to see if you do enough damage to not need to retrieve any. As I mean, this door was at full health. What was the full health door?
Ooh, good start.
Yep, it hits. Door has 15 AC. Or at least this one does, because it's made of hardwood. 9 damage. It takes it. Next attack.
Oh,
20, nice. As You impact the exact same spot the first cube came in. And you bloody the door, but it's still standing. I thought I might actually do this. Let's go for that third cube. If you nat 20, this is going to be beautiful.
Oh,
A 15 exactly hits. Ooh. Oh wait, that was healed. Wait.
My bad.
It was one better.
Unfortunately, a 6 isn't enough to finish off this door, so you are going to need this fourth cube.
Okay.
As who's handing the cubes over? Is it Fukyu, since they're probably in the bag of holding, just handing Alvina these cubes?
I
Basically.
believe I only had the one.
Yeah, and the other 3 were in the bag of holding.
Yeah.
Alright, the door has 2 hit points left.
Oh,
You can literally not fail this.
Yeah.
So as you bash in the door with 4 cubes, nothing happens apart from the door creaking down, and you see into this room. Actually, does it have line of sight on you? Might matter. Unfortunately, 2 of them? Yeah, and it can swerve around, but they're not fixed or anything. They are animated cannons.
Sweet.
Alright.
see, this is why you don't
Since
rush
this was
into
practically
rooms.
the health attack, I'm going to need a dex save from you two as 2 magical cannonballs shoot towards you.
Danger sense.
That's great, you'd have advantage, you can see them.
See, that's his point. Does this count as a surprise round?
No, this is just their held action going off. They don't
I
have
can't
advantage or anything, it's just a dex save.
because if it was a surprise round, I can rage as a is my reaction for the surprise round. But yeah, I'll do. Is it 2 dex saves?
No, I'm just doing the 1 for them.
Okay, gotcha.
Since you're effectively just dodging the 2 incoming cannonballs. Nice.
Ooh.
You duck and roll almost like you were expecting it. That little paranoia in the back of your neck. You definitely knew something was coming as this door smashed down. You caught the glint of these cannons swerving towards you, and you leap out of that way. The 2 magical cannonballs indent the wall behind you, doing a slight amount of damage to the wall before dropping to the floor. But with you out of their line of sight, the cannons remain stationary. They kind of swerve back into the center of the room, and you see no other cannon fire coming through the door. They're the only attack on line of sight.
I know it.
But while you do that, let's head back to Zormir before we get into what the party wants to do. Zormir, you are left standing there with no idea what's happened to your homunculus. It hasn't returned to inform you of what it's seen. All that you know is that there was a silvery, almost psychedelically reflective chains inside the room, as well as other objects in the room that the homunculus couldn't quite see. What would you like to do?
Did I hear the cannon fire?
Oh yeah, it would have made a sound. Yes, you hear cannon fire since the door is open.
Oh shit. It must have got to... And I would have heard the second cannon fire.
And I knew it from Alvina. It was not quiet.
Hello? Alvina!
Is that up there? What did you do with the loot? We heard you lost it.
I found some things, but it was a bit too heavy for me to jump this stupid water. It's stopping me getting through, but I hear cannon fire too.
Yeah, they just tried to shoot me. I just bashed the doors in.
As my homunculus came through.
Well, I haven't seen it.
Oh shit, it must have got shot.
That explains a lot.
Well, yes, hi.
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm I'm not doing so well. But there are definitely some things here that we could maybe take.
Ooh.
If we can if we could meet up, but there's a few things in our way apparently.
Yeah, is there any food?
Ah, well, there's a dead plant, but I think it tried to eat me.
If it can try to eat you, that counts as food.
I mean, you can just create food and water if you want.
Also,
No,
Junior.
There's more food. Then there's more food.
Also, there's Junior here. But he's fucked off. He fucked off.
Oh, well, at least he's not here right now. You think he got shot by the cannons?
I don't know. There is another way here, so he might have fucked off that way.
Well, we'll find out. Do you have any weird of your techie stuff that can deal with cannons that shoot you automatically?
Unfortunately, no. I'm kind of stuck here. And the gold I just gathered is behind a bunch of water that's is impeding me getting through to you. And apparently cannons...
Can you not swim?
Oh, these are very high pressure. As in it will hurt.
Just walk through it, you'll be fine.
I am very much almost dead.
The water.
There's 2 of them.
Use 2 shields.
I don't have 2 shields. I have a gun and a shield. I am not doing so very well. I am very hurt.
Oh, I've got an idea. All you have to do is you have to rip up whatever's producing the water.
If I could, Dana, without it damaging me or going wrong, I would. But I am in very bad shape. I've already tried to unlock some things hidden behind some very arcane locks that almost killed me too. Almost killed me too.
Locks means loot.
Yes.
Okay, we're going in.
There is very much some very interesting loot. I am just too hurt to do anything about those damn locks right now.
Oh, I've got an
was
idea.
producing water.
Yeah.
I would,
I
but
might have a solution for at least our side.
Yeah.
Not yours yet.
well, good then, because we're not too far away then.
What you got, Gwen?
I'm going to cast a spiritual weapon just as far as I can see, which I think it would be about here-ish, and then push it into the room so it attacks a cannon.
Does the cannon shoot it? It's movement.
The cannon shoot.
It depends if it activates on movement or not. Because it is technically movement. It's just immune to damage.
Yes.
Spiritual weapon visible?
Yeah.
It is
Yeah.
visible,
Yeah.
isn't it?
It's visible. It's just like
It's like a spectre, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
spectral.
Yeah, why not? Okay. Yes, you hear, as you move it into the room, kind of the top 2 are obscured. So yeah, I'll just be the bottom 2. 2 more cannons fire off, shooting at it as you hear explosions in the room, the large echoing explosion bouncing around the walls. And then silence as you hear what sounds like shuffling, almost like hay or some form of fabric being scraped along the floor. What would you like to do?
Well, I'm going to use it just to attack the
to death.
closest cannon.
Now the question is, does a cannon have a soul?
is it force? Oh, I thought it was radiant.
Nature
for
weapon
some reason.
is force damage.
I thought it was radiant for some reason.
I'm going to say yes, because everything has a soul.
Yeah, that if a door and a blender can have a soul, I don't see why a cannon shouldn't.
Well,
Doors
this is how
have
they're-
souls?
This is how they were supposed
You
to
killed the
compound
door!
force damage. Yeah.
Not me.
Starting to regret making force damage to actually be able to do damage to things. Mostly with a spiritual weapon. Everything else is fine. Everything else requires line of sight.
Yeah. I mean, I think force is meant to be just like a concussive force rather than.
Yeah, it's
They're just
from a director thing that I heard, it's like pure magical impact, essentially. Like, thunder is a physical force. Pure magic just hitting something really hard. So it can, like, dent metal and stuff is what force is supposed to be. It's like unrestrained magic, essentially.
Is it? I've always heard it as it damages the life stream of a creature.
Now, it's why, because some objects are vulnerable to force. Was a weird one. That was their thing, but it was like, it's a bit weird, but...
Fair. I mean, I'm allowed anyway, so...
it's not the best, like, descriptor, just force.
Yeah, exactly. It's the other category, essentially.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna skip ahead, because the object can't move, so over time you can't just dismantle this problem, or at least on the bottom cannons. Yeah, you need to get line of sight in order to actually be able to know where to move your thing over to it. Is there anything else I want to do here? I don't think so. So,
I actually know how to get line of sight to know where the cannons up top are.
nice. Over time, you destroy the 2 cannons. This will take a while, just because they've got a decent chunk of health. I think it's like 50.
Yeah.
But they've got a low enough AC of 10 that you will just keep hitting them every round. You only get 1 attack. There are 2 of them, so it will take you a couple minutes, but you're under no time pressure here. So, would anyone else in the party like to do anything?
Forward.
When the cannons are both down, then I'll do something. Otherwise, I'll just, like, wait around this corner and just make conversation.
As you kind of are taking a peek in and out, trying to see how the room functions, or at least this bottom part of it, while the cannons are being attacked, you piece together that the scuffling sound is an animated scarecrow that is moving back and forth, loading the cannons. And with a single hit, the scarecrow becomes inanimate.
Yeah, I would say, hey, there's a scarecrow that's loading him. Okay.
The scarecrow was just there to load the anime cannons.
Somebody had it.
But Zormir, what would you like to do while the other party is dismantling this these wards?
I'd like to make a perception check on these things, or shooting at water, and see if there's any mechanisms around them or anything that I could.
An on-off switch, basically.
Give me a perception check.
Go for it, Artificer.
Ooh.
Damn.
As you peer in, getting as close as you can with water kind of spraying on your face, you realize that the 2 serpentines actually have a horn that kind of curves out a little bit. Just underneath that horn, there's actually a 3rd eye that's just slightly obscured from the amount of kind of spray batting it down and the shadow off the horn. And you realize that it's got a kind of reddish orange vermilion color to it. This little crystal embedded underneath the horn.
Ooh.
It almost gives you it gives you a magical sense from your artificery, but you've never heard of any sort of vermilion arcanite or anything. But it does seem to have kind of a sheen to it that you'd expect from red arcanite.
Bob, it's your eye in Geddon.
Yeah.
It's really is.
But seeing that, assuming that whatever this crystal is some sort of magical conduit like arcanite, it seems that this is a magically operated obstacle.
I will start preparing a ritual of detect magic.
There?
This because there's nothing else I can do right now, so I want to try and start the ritual to cast detect magic because I've spent all my actual.
And that's what, 10, 11 minutes?
10
10
minutes.
minutes and 1
10
round.
minutes.
Yeah, 10 minutes, 6 seconds.
Yeah.
That we can just time skip 10 minutes forward, as that'll pretty much, you have destroyed at least the 2 cannons and the scarecrow by then. Alright, how does the party, the southern party, want to continue exploring this room? You can see that the cannons are destroyed, but you did hear that there was probably cannons to the north based on the fact that Zormir was attacked by it. As you kind of peek in, well, in order to peek into the north, you'd have to go through this little square that you're all paranoid of.
Yeah, I'll go into the square and assume I'm not gonna horribly get mutilated by the square.
I mean, while they're doing that, Fucky's gone round to this other door round here.
Okay, so you're heading. Oh, is this all the way south? You're going?
I'm still like in the kitchen area.
Okay. Alright, you get to the store.
And does this door open?
Yes, you can even open it slowly and peek in if you'd like.
Yeah.
As you do so, give me a stealth check, actually, as well,
Stealth
since
check.
it's kind of the whole point of stealth.
Oh yeah, your illusion's still there, by the way.
Yeah, I've not dropped concentration on that.
Ooh, fuck.
Well,
Nice. As you
actually,
peer
I
in-
think it only lasts for a minute, so...
Yeah, that's why it's been 10 minutes.
As you peek in, it appears that the branch is... How would it do this? Because it's trying to also hold the door closed in case you show up again. Is it long enough?
It moved a
It's-
crate, maybe.
Yeah, it's dragged one of the blueberry crates that was tipped over. It kind of pulled it back over, and it's actually dragged it up towards itself at the door. And you see it occasionally with its very carefully kind of clutch at a bundle of the berries, lifts them out, and then flings them at the furnace towards the little flame spirit.
Oh, I know. I've just realised what that flame spirit's for. It has taken me this long to realise what the flame spirit's for.
I mean,
But it
in
has
my
not
mind,
noticed you.
it's essentially calcifer.
Maybe. I think it's just a power source for the fire things in here.
Yeah.
It took me like 3 weeks to realise that. God, I'm dumb.
But yeah, you notice the branch flinging berries inaccurately at the furnace, throwing enough of them in a cluster that some of them are hitting the wall or hitting into the furnace.
Okay. Yeah, so Fucky's gonna sneak into the room.
Okay.
I want to... I mean, what my plan is I want to try have the fire spirit or fire elemental.
All right. Well, you're pretty confident that the tree is heavily focused on the fire spirit right now. There's only so much stealth can do.
I mean, I've not got many fire sort of spells. Don't have any fire spells.
You can come and ask me for some red arcanite.
I mean, the only thing that I do that has like fire damage is heat metal, and I doubt anything on that tree is metal.
Tree is distinctly not made of metal. Kind of a well-known feature.
Wait, I need to look this up. Tree is tree metal.
But-
no, I'm sorry, tree's not made of metal.
Is
What
it
I-
ironwood?
Even ironwood isn't
Yeah.
technically metal because druids can use it.
But what I could do is I could try throw my dagger at it.
Just
And-
stab it.
Yeah,
At the tree or at the fire spirit?
at the tree. So I'm going to try throw my dagger and try get it embedded into the tree.
Oh, I see what you're doing.
All right, fair. You do so.
So
It's completely surprised by you. I'm just gonna say you succeed. You have time
Alright.
to aim this up. It's not gonna be a challenge for you. Yeah, see, this is why you don't want to roll unless the DM tells you to roll.
and it. All right, fair enough. Yeah, would have done 7 points of like piercing damage as well, and then I'm assuming it probably tries to attack me again.
Yes, it was. I'm assuming you're gonna duck out and cast heat metal on it and then wait for it to die.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw what the strategy was going, which is why I don't need to roll anything for this.
Yeah.
It's one of those
Yeah,
strategies
so
where you just
I'll-
win.
Yeah.
I'll mark off my second level spell then for heat metal, and then once I like hear it finally like fall to the ground dead, go back in and up to the fire spirit.
All right, you do so. You were pretty much going down here during while they were taking care of the cannons, right? So this was all
Basically, yeah.
taking place while this is happening. Fair.
Simultaneously, yeah.
Cool. You do so after a while. Well, as you go back into the room, hearing no longer the tree kind of thrashing about for a while, you hear it kind of smacking into walls, clearly trying to dislodge the knife you're going, but you got it nice and deep. Eventually, you hear a hiss of water as it withdraws back into its little pond underneath these two trees.
Mhm.
And as you enter the room, you see that the tree is no longer there. It appears to have retreated now. You seem to have scared it off.
Mhm.
Whether or not it's dead at the bottom of that pond, who knows?
All right. I'm gonna grab a few of the berries out of the box and try coax the fire spirit out of the furnace.
Have another pet.
Yeah.
Give me. I still got like a bestial intelligence, given
Animal
how
handling?
the size of it. Yeah,
Animal
this would be animal handling.
Animal handling.
It's technically an animal.
I actually have
Technically.
animal handling. Damn, I wish I was over there. To be honest, it seemed fuck you was the one who should have the pet weird.
Not
fire
bad.
thing. Pretty good.
As you kind of feed it some berries, slowly the flame spirit grows more and more kind of solid in its presence, almost like the berries are fueling it. As eventually it kind of moves towards you. Oh, you're also feeding it, so you'd have advantage.
Yeah. All right.
As it, because food makes everything better.
It
Yeah,
does.
quickly roll again.
Um,
Been about
Oh,
80.
nice, even better. The fire spirit kind of moves towards you. It seems to be growing to the kind of size of your palm now. It's got a decent strength and kind of flicker towards it as it kind of stares at you with its flame-like body and zero eyes or face. But you get a feeling that it's looking at you.
Like the British gas little fire thing.
Like I say,
what I'm
in,
thinking of, yes.
Yeah,
in
I
my,
think I was
in my
wondering.
mind, I'm just imagining Calcifer.
Where's Calcifer from?
I don't know.
How's moving castle?
Yeah. Calcifer, the fire spirit. He's
Yeah.
just like a sentient flame.
Basically.
My God.
Oh, yeah.
That's
But
some
slightly
weird-
thinner and more vaguely humanoid shaped.
Mhm.
Like
This
there's
may
an
be the
essence of a humanoid shape there.
This is the
Um,
image that I found immediately, by the way, of Calcifer. That is awesome. I'm so scared.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in common, fuck you's gonna say, are you a prisoner?
You hear a slight sizzle and flicker of the flame. Do you speak primordial?
No.
You have no idea what it's saying, but it flickers excitedly at your presence. It also seems to have no idea what you're saying, because it doesn't understand common.
Friend.
Friend.
Yeah. So Fucky's gonna kind of like use his hands and like try waving
Try and
towards
coax
him.
him
and-
in.
yeah, coaxing him out, and like trying to mime freedom. Essentially.
You just go grab some blueberries, slap them over one side of your face, and just shout.
Oh,
Freedom.
Oh.
But as you do so, as you kind of try and coax it out and it comes closer, you start to feel the heat coming off it. It appears this is a living embodiment of fire.
Yeah.
As it starts to scorch your skin as it gets closer and closer, what do you do?
Well, I'm gonna like essentially slowly back out of the room, like still coaxing it to come with me. Trying to keep out of like heat range, essentially.
Fair. As you do so, actually, you won't even get that far, as it seems to be struggling to get past the actual edge of the furnace itself. It gets there and seems to almost be kind of dragged back. The actual flames on its back kind of being pulled back into the furnace. It seems to be linked to something preventing it from moving beyond its boundary.
Definitely Calcifer.
Yeah. If you've never seen Howl's Moving Castle, this is literally Cowsfoot that you've described.
I actually haven't seen it.
I've seen a little bit of it. It's been a long time. I can't remember the specifics.
That is.
Yeah, I know. I remember which one you're talking about. I just can't remember what like, the laws around it was.
So can I try and investigate to see if there's any like mechanism or anything that's keeping him there?
Yeah, give me a perception check as you've been looking into the actual furnace.
Perception. Not great. 12.
Oh, it's a positive result. You can kind of see something in the flame light glittering or glimmering beneath the coals. You just catch a slight glimpse of it. It might have been your imagination, but you think that there might be something in the coals, something buried in them. Of course, the coals are also fire hot right now.
Gonna pull.
Hot.
I'm gonna unsheath my rapier and like kind of use it to scatter the ashes and try to dig this glittery thing
fire
out.
poker.
Yeah.
Give me a sleight of hand check here as you're kind of, especially with rapier, trying to dig around and unearth something. Alright, that's good enough. As you do so, as you're kind of digging around, you eventually touch on something that's slightly a different texture or different density to the rest of the coals around as they're getting batted out of the way easily as you come across something more solid. And as you kind of flick it to the surface, you see what looks to be a deep orange solidified key that appears to be made of just pure solid fire.
Fuck you is then gonna point to the key, point to the fire spirit, and then like kind of keep going back and forth. Like
Fire spirit looks back and forth. Let's see if the fire spirit gets what you want here.
So it's like pointing back and forth and like kind of.
Oh wow! Okay. No, fire spirit gets it.
Yeah, trying to like sort of mimic, like emphasize trying to get it to lift it or something.
The fire spirit kind of nods its slim body up and down and actually moves all the way to the back of the furnace, kind of pulling the heat with it. And you can see it almost kind of concentrate, dragging all the heat towards it so that the key is kind of left there in more cool coals, almost offering it for you to grab. I
was going to... Does it have like a ring on the key? So is it like a sort of trap lock?
Yeah, why not? I like it's supposed to be a key. I like the idea of them having
big dungeon door key.
Yeah. So use the tip of my rapier.
A little bit more delicate. It almost looks like it's kind of got this flat, almost finger-sized shape to it.
Yeah.
Ooh, cool.
So sort of hook it with the tip of my rapier, and slide it down.
Yep, you do so.
Gonna go over to the water and dip it in there just to cool it off.
As you do so, you actually, as it enters into the water, there's no reaction. It doesn't hiss, there's no heat coming off it, and after a moment of kind of, doing a quick, putting your hand near it, you realize the key, even though it appears to be solid flame, doesn't give off any actual dangerous heat. It's warm to the touch, but it's not scorching.
One key!
Yeah. Gonna go back over to the fire spirit and then sort of gesture to try say where is the lock.
As you kind of are you kind of waving the key towards or kind of pointing at the key?
Pointing at the key and kind of turning it, or going to it and mimicking a door, or going over to the door and mimicking unlocking it.
As you do so, as you kind of bring the key towards the fire spirit actually leaps towards the key and is almost absorbed into it, as you don't feel any of the heat of the fire spirit, as the rest of the heat of the furnace dissipates, leaving some trace element behind, some little heat behind. But the majority of the fire seems to be absorbed into this key, and as you kind of look at it, you see a little sheen and a little reflection of the actual fire spirit inside the key looking back at you.
Well, you've got a Pokeball in the shape of a key.
Yeah.
What are you gonna name it?
That's literally what Fucky was about to say. He goes, "Well, you're cool. You're coming with me. Gonna figure out a name for you." and like go to the rest of the party and see what they're doing.
All right.
Fucking around with
As
cannons.
we get back, the rest of the party hilariously probably could destroy this quicker. What is the average like? 5 damage?
Alvina's got the plan for just seeing the cannons without getting into line of sight.
Takes like a round to destroy a cannon, and thingy was taking like 10 minutes. So yeah, you can actually destroy these cannons in like 2-3 minutes. Assuming 1 or 2 miss. So yeah, the southern party will have the most time. So, Alvina, you were saying you had a strategy. Once the cannons are all destroyed after a couple minutes, you don't hear anything else as you're now approaching the room. What would you like to do?
Yeah, if at least these two are destroyed, she's gonna like look round the corner with a bit of mirror. That she will have definitely nicked a mirror from the room into the random pile of scrap.
Yeah, that's fair.
And so she can watch when the other two cannons are getting destroyed as well, essentially. So she knows exactly when to.
So you're actually like kind of directing it in. Well, as you look into the room, might as well reveal the rest of the room now as you look into it. You can see what appears to be a giant vat of liquid, of this deep dark blue liquid, bound in chains wrapping entirely around it of this psychedelic silverish metal, leading off into these 4 massive stakes into the wall, as well as you can just kind of glimpse the other cannons across from it. But as you're kind of looking into the actual water itself, you see something shift, something move. There's something inside the vat. As I need you to make me a charisma saving throw.
Oh, even with a bit of mirror? Shit.
Knows you're there now.
Oh, well, hello. Problem. I don't know what this is, by the way. But I know what it looks like. And I'm going, oh, fuck. Charisma, not my strong suit.
You can say that again.
It's not my lowest, believe it or not. It's not an aboleth, is it?
Don't worry, it's not enslaving you. It's actually just trying to establish a telepathic communication with you against your will.
I'm actually okay with that.
As suddenly a voice echoes inside your head. Well, you're not the usual warden.
Hi.
You're new.
Yep. Who the hell are you?
I am the prisoner of this cell. Have you come to gawk?
I don't know. I didn't know what was in the room, if I'm honest.
I see. In the area of cannons to the north.
I
What
have.
was that? Sorry, I couldn't hear over Bob's laughing.
I'm sorry. It's just he's essentially made Stitch here now with a stuck in the after being captured with the cannons pointing at him.
Yes, that's how dangerous this guy is.
What was it? It was the
But you should be wary of the cannons to the north. They have an explosive personality.
I like you. You've got a good sense of humor.
Why, thank you. I've had eons to perfect it.
You got a name?
You may call me Drax.
Drax. Okay, I will write that down.
And what are you called? What is it you desire?
Mostly food and loot, honestly. I've got a bunch of my friends here. Hey guys, there's some guy called Drax here talking in my brain. He seems
Is he
alright.
friendly?
He seems alright. He's got a good sense of humor. I like him. He's won me back the cannons.
Can you turn the
Can't
cannons
be
off?
bad.
And by the fact that he's a prisoner, probably can't turn the cannons off.
Can you
Alright,
turn the
realize.
cannons off?
Alvina, what is your greatest desire?
Oh. Actually, that's one. I actually wrote this down. She wants a pet dragon.
Fair.
Genuinely is, and she's got a dragon egg already.
You want to learn how to hatch the fifth dragon.
Red
But before we continue, I actually need to go fill some water, so we're going to take a 5-minute break there before we get into Drax. So 5 minutes, everyone, and then we'll be back.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Or at least a couple minutes. Whenever everyone's back.
Thrax, the totally not Aboleth talking in my brain.
How's he with metaphors?
Well,
If they don't go over his head.
His reaction's too fast to catch.
Exactly.
So you can only hear him, you can't see him.
I can see the guy. I'm looking literally into the room with like a bit of mirror on a stick. You'd have probably heard me shout that as well, Bob, for reference. He's not quiet.
Yeah.
It looks cool.
I'm concentrating on doing a fucking ritual now, so
Yeah. It is a very cool looking thing, whatever it is. It looks like an Aboleth, right? I'm not the only person who thinks that.
Looks like a messed up Pokemon to me. Or perhaps like a Digimon.
It does look very Digimon. Oh, it's a shame that Steve isn't here. This could be his new god.
mhm.
A new one every week.
Hey, Steve could still be alive.
No, he can't.
Yeah.
Oh no, technically he is alive, isn't he? He's just being horribly tortured.
Yeah, he's
being tortured.
Nothings.
Kidnapped by
nothing.
Nothing says, he's learned some of our secrets. We've learned some weird secrets of his.
We learned some things. It's like, why are these secrets?
Yes.
Why
should-
is his name Doug?
Nobody wants to know who's peeing.
Why
in
is that a
the water.
secret?
And it's like, yes, my name is really Doug. It's like, Doug. What the fuck did I just find out? This was nothing.
Doug.
Seriously, guys. And so after the stream is finished, this is the audience. Go and watch the VODs of the previous bit of it. My YouTube channel is below. Just go and have a look to see what the fuck was going on in some of these previous sessions.
Yes, they get very weird.
Watch a heroic sacrifice that did not end in a sacrifice.
It did.
I mean,
create
it
a
kind
sacrifice.
of did.
You failed to sacrifice yourself, I think, 3 times before it finally stuck. But
I mean, the only reason, like, fuck you left it because there's literally no way he could save you.
Alvina knew it was a heroic sacrifice. You got a salute, and she will occasionally toast to your memory.
Yeah, proper barbarian stuff. Like,
Yeah, pretty much.
But you died the best way. Move
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, you died. I thought you died immediately. I found out later you didn't.
I survived. Okay.
It's like I
I'm
saw
not
the
quite
explosion.
dead yet.
It's like I saw the explosion. It's like, well, he's dead. Good on him. Hope I can die half that well. It's like, wait, you lived? That was very fun. I love it. It's like, oh yeah, what's Alvina's greatest desire though? To have a pet dragon. Genuinely was her greatest desire.
I thought up a name for the fire spirit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it is Etil Rekuf.
Oh, I honestly thought you were gonna go with Sod Off.
Well, Etil Rekuf. Spell it backwards.
I can't, I'm bad at that. Give me a second. You type it in. My brain does not like doing that.
Say the name again.
Hang on, I'll place it into the chat.
Okay.
Appropriate. My brain originally literally translated the full thing backwards first, and I went, that doesn't really make sense. Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, we don't read right to left.
I've been reading too much manga, okay?
It's a way to do it.
There it is. Yeah, it's a good name. Good name.
To be honest, I stole that joke from LFG.
Yeah. The good one. Yeah, I honestly thought you were gonna go with Sodoff because it's like, well, Sodoff is, we know, a first name. If anyone's seen Blackadder.
Yeah.
I might call him that now. I might go with that now.
And that, what have I missed?
Mostly a discussion on the name of.
The Fire Spirit. So I initially thought what I've posted into the game chat, but now thinking renaming Sodoff
That's fair. It's a good name.
in honor of Baldric.
Yeah, he always has the cunning plans. So.
Yes.
So cunning.
Cunning as a pre-stop fox.
Hey, he's only got a -3 intelligence. He's not that much dumber than me.
Alright, is everyone back, or we want to get started again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Alright, we're just arriving at finding Durex. We have a couple minutes before Zormir finishes stuff. So yes, you are in, well, at least Alvina is in communication with Durex. What would the party like to do?
I've told the party mostly what he's saying as well. So.
Mm-hmm.
How exciting. New friends. I do love new friends. Why don't you have the rest of your friends come in here?
There's the cannons. We're gonna wait till they get blown up and then we're gonna come in.
Ah, that's fair, that's fair. Well, you know, I'm quite relieved to have met new people. It's not every day that you get to meet people while, you know, imprisoned in a deranged specter's lair.
Yeah, why'd he lock you up?
Ah, yes, unfortunately so. We have a bargain going on, you see. Well, I mean, it's not really a bargain if it's against my will, is it? But
Not really.
he feeds me brains occasionally, and, well, brains, not physically, you see, just psionic energy. I like intellect. Ooh, new knowledge excites me. But he feeds me knowledge from artificers, and I occasionally give him the recipes for new inventions.
Oh, that explains a lot. You ever happened to eat the brain of a vampire recently?
A vampire artificer? No, I can't say that I have in my hundreds and hundreds of years locked in this vat with these four walls from cannons for company. No, never eaten a vampire artificer. Didn't think they had the intellect for it, really.
Well, you might not have the intellect for it, but you're somehow managing it. So.
It's such a lost and forgotten art, really. I wouldn't expect any Noids to have it, and yet occasionally you find people with scraps of knowledge, you see. It's
Yeah,
not much. Not much of a feast, but it does.
Yeah. I'm not much for the technological things myself. I'm very, very much not an artificer. So.
Ah, I see. I was part of the science division and the espionage division during the wars, before I decided to branch out and be on my own for a bit. Well, those are fun days, but everything has gone complicated as of late, gone slow. There's no fun to be had, no new innovations. Everything's static.
That sounds boring.
Yes, and it doesn't help that I've been locked in a vat, so...
Yeah, will you die if you get let out of that, by the way?
No, I'm specially equipped to convert air into water particles. I can also fly through the air, it's quite a talent. I'm one of the newer generations, specially equipped for enemy lines.
Ooh. Fancy.
No longer restricted to just liquids, I can now fly through the air, or even the astral sea.
That's quite a talent.
But tell me about yourself. You're annoyed, yes? So few of you around. Well, a little bit more, I guess, in the Scraplands than anywhere else. But you don't speak like annoyed. You aren't cowering before me.
Yeah, I don't really count for anything, including blenders, apparently. I'm just like that. That's how I grew up.
Fascinating. And you want to tame a dragon? A
Yeah.
red dragon?
Yeah.
And if I'm not mistaken, you have eggs?
Yeah. We found them in a box outside.
But you don't know how to incubate them and to hatch them, is that right?
Yeah, I don't know how to at all. I've just been keeping it in my bag for safekeeping.
Fascinating. Well, I can't say I'm an expert myself, but I took a little bit of rudimentary raising and caring in my day, you know. I've spoken to a dragon or two. I had a friend with a black one who very insistent on various forms of liquid and drinking, but I know enough for the basics. I can help with you if you were so inclined to get me the hell out of this vat.
Seems like a fair trade to me. Ow! Whoever popped that hurt.
Yeah.
Well, excellent. Well, first, I'll let you finish off these cannons, and then you just have to find something strong enough to cut through the twisted silver chains here.
I'm assuming they're magic chains and not just silver.
Probably be silver alkanite.
No, twisted silver. Oh God. Oh wait, he can't hear you. He's not made
No.
a telepathy link.
That was Ben speaking, not fuck you.
Alvina doesn't know, so she was asking him if he knows what they are.
No, twisted silver. It used to come from an area known as Fantasia before it was destroyed. Resistant or highly resistant to psychic damage.
Okay. You think a good old-fashioned sword will cut through one?
If it's magically enchanted, it should, given enough time. It might take a bit, they're quite thick. But I've got all the time in the world. What's a couple hours to hundreds of years stuck in a vat based on some greedy vector? Oh, sorry, I meant spectre. I lose the ability to speak when I'm enraged.
That's fair. Vectors are something to do with triangles, aren't they?
Noise. There's the intellect I've come to expect.
That's a mighty 7 intelligence we're talking right there. Yeah, I think it's fair. Guys, you okay with me letting him out when we get in there?
I mean,
He sounds
Is it
alright.
evil?
He says he'll tell me how to hatch the dragon eggs.
Doesn't really answer the evil question though.
Oh, I'll ask him. Are you evil?
I don't understand the question.
That probably means you're not evil then. He's not evil.
Enough. Does he have any, helpful remarks on how to stop the other cannons?
Well, I've directed you to where they are already.
Alright, you guys are just chopping through the cannons while you guys are speaking.
Yeah.
But yeah, you guys have some time to talk to Drax as you destroy the last two cannons. Let's head back up to Zormir, and as you finish off your detect magic, you're now able to see a world lit up in glitter around you. But more importantly, the actual little beads, as you kind of squint down underneath, you notice are radiating probably evocation magic. Actually, no, they're like water sprouts. They're doing conjuration magic. They're conjuring water. It's coming from somewhere.
Evocation is also conjure water, to be honest. I think both are.
Oh yeah, it's a combination. I don't know. I can have both. That's a complex spell, okay?
Yeah.
It's conjuration magic on the water spouts, but you can also, as you peer over them, you notice that the 3 little bird feeders on pedestals are also sprouting divination magic. What would you like to do?
I'd like to try and tap the thing and see if that does anything to the water spout.
The eye.
Yeah.
What exactly are you tapping?
Where the conjuration magic seems to be. The red Arcanite sort of thing?
It's gonna press
Yeah,
the off button.
You give it a good tap. It appears to be a crystal eye. Tapping it does not have an effect.
Press it hard.
Hit it.
Now that comes next. Would you have a dagger? Just take it out and put it in your bag and we can sell it.
He's got a all-purpose.
Yeah, you got a
1, 2.
multi-tool.
Just
Thank-
prize it out.
It does have a power drill in there.
Fucking Decker.
What kind of check would you want for it to see if I could remove the gem with my multi-purpose tool?
Given that this is most like your artificer tool, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you would actually be specially equipped. You need to use a black arcanite blade, but that's fine because you are an artificer. You would have that. I would need a strength sleight of hand check as you push your way in there and actually try to pry out what appears to be the magical crystal resonating this arcane trap. You are also an artificer, so go ahead and have an advantage on that since this is literally your wheelhouse.
It's also the tool's magical, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's +1.
Plus
It's
one.
fun.
Oh, 20.
I guess so. Technically, black arcanite can't be magical,
Fair enough.
but we'll say the rest of it is giving enough for like steady hand and shit. That's fine. Cool. And this was your strength and dex is the same, so it doesn't matter. Yet with enough leverage, you get in there, kind of still getting battered in the face by this water spraying all over you, but you push past it and you really get your black arcanite multi-tool in there and pry out this little eye bead. And as you do, it pops out and it actually turns off one of the water spouts, decreasing the pressure by half as the other one continues shooting straight forward, but kind of losing a lot of its impact as it gets to the other side of the wall, now that no longer meeting in the middle. And you have retrieved what, for all intents and purposes, as far as you can tell, appears to be some sort of vermilion colored crystal. But given that it was giving off magical properties, it seems to be acting like arcanite, but you've never heard of any arcanite like this.
Want it. I want it.
Go across to the other side and do the same.
Yep, I don't think there's any real risk to this, so given enough time and since you're under pressure, you just easily pop this out, and you now have 2 vermilion, let's call them magic crystals for now, so you work out what they are. It'll take some study just to confirm the kind of properties of it. But you have 2 vermilion crystals. But yes, with that, the water turns off, and you are free to pass.
And what kind of magic you said on these?
The actual pools seem to have divination magic. They seem to be connected to the water spouts. It's probably how you activate and deactivate them.
Alright.
It's the 3 shells.
Okay.
God, it doesn't even know to use the 3 seashells.
Yep.
If you want to spend some time looking them over, you might be able to find the arcanite powering them.
Yeah, I'm gonna examine these because I know I've heard the cannons. I know they're still dealing with that. I've got through here. I've got the treasure back, and I'm just kind of interested in this weird new arcanite and these things. So,
You don't know they're arcanite. You've never heard of vermilion arcanite.
well, but these weird new
What he perceives
Arcanite-
as being
Arcanite-esque.
Arcanite.
I just remembered, I said specifically I was saying everything that he was saying, or like telling it to the party.
Yeah, but
Which means I would have oh wait, are you in telepathic link with Lou still?
me?
Yeah.
No, it's just I would have been concentrating, so I'd be kind of ignoring what you were saying, in a sense.
You were too
It was
busy.
because I think I specifically said eats artificer brains. Essentially, I'm pretty sure I would have said that.
Who knows? Go ahead and give me a perception or investigation check as you're looking over these 3 pillars, or these 3 little podiums.
Quite likely she didn't realise she was saying it and what it meant at the time, but she probably said it.
Nope.
I thought you had a +8 and rolled an 8.
No.
How the hell did you manage that?
As you look over the podiums, for the life of you, you cannot figure out where the power source is coming from. Unfortunately, they just look like podiums with little pools of water in them.
It's definitely 3 seashells.
Yeah. He doesn't
Don't know how to
understand
use
it.
them.
God, I need to watch that movie again. It's been years.
It's on Netflix, I think.
Sweet.
Or at least it was.
Yeah, what would you like to do?
Have you dealt with those cannons yet?
We're getting there.
I've got through my problem.
We're getting there. We're also talking to Drax.
Who's Drax?
Our new friend.
Our new friend, yeah, he's a big... What are you, by the way, Drax?
Oh, I just like Drax.
Okay, he's a Drax.
I'm a unique individual.
Fair enough.
And
He
what?
says he's not evil.
Yeah,
Yes, most things will say that.
he's got a good sense of humour. I've not met anyone who's evil with a good sense of humour so far.
Okay, but what is he doing here?
He's locked
He's a
in
prisoner.
spot. He says he's going to help me, well, he knows a bit about how to raid dragons, so I'm going to let him out in exchange for that.
Okay. Is it safe yet?
By the look of the cannons, it probably is safe, right?
You cut into the last cannon as it deactivates. Now just a mess and heap on the floor.
I look and there.
I put my hand out and wave. To get shot off.
It does not. You are safe to enter the room.
Okay. I enter the room.
I'm looking from the from this hallway. Hello?
You see the poor, broken corpse of the homunculus resting on the floor between the cannons.
I found you, homunculus!
Shit. I'm going to have to make it again.
It looks like it was squished by 2 cannonballs. Smashed into it.
Oh! Well,
Good luck with remaking that.
Uh,
to let you out there, buddy. Draw my swords.
I'm going
Actually,
to.
I'm gonna look at these first.
Do any
Would it
use
not be better to like try and heat the metal?
do any use happen to have a gem? Oh wait, I wonder if I could turn this. I look over the gem I've just pulled. I wonder if I could make my homunculus out of this.
Worth a try. Yeah, does it look like it'd be easier to rip the supports out of the wall or to break the chains?
They both look it looks pretty solidly like pierced into the wall. It looks like whatever did this really wanted it to be incredibly hard to pull these chains out. So they'd probably be both as difficult as each other.
Okay.
Oh, we're breaking these chains, are we?
Yep.
Okay, I'll help.
Thank you. I'm gonna take a swing with my swords at
Yeah, I
the
was
chains.
thinking heat the metal so it expands and then hit it so it's slightly weaker. Make it easier to hit and break.
Well, you're welcome to do that. I'm gonna make a start.
Can you
While
ask
you
your
guys
friend
are
not to
doing
stick in my
that.
brain?
Yes.
My first shot just fires off and misses.
I duck.
Oh, sorry. This
Easy with that thing.
it's
Do
very.
you mind if I connect? Could you ask your allies if I could connect with them telepathically? I'm able to hold multiple conversations at once, and I'm fascinated by meeting the new people.
Oh,
I
sure,
haven't
can
awakened mine, so yeah, I can do that.
I say that to everyone. He's wanting permission to talk to you all in your brains.
No, thank you.
I
Why?
can talk.
Can you not communicate verbally?
I'm gonna go with no.
Oh,
Okay.
what were they asking?
Can you communicate verbally, or do you have to talk like this, essentially?
Oh, I can, but I'm currently in a vat. My
Good point.
voice kind of gets, the chains are dampening it. I can telepathically speak out loud, but the silver chains block that. Quite frankly, it's a struggle to get even cognitive telepathy through the chains. I was only able to because you got within 10 feet of it.
No, fair. Well, Lou's fine with it. Gwent says no. Gwent's the new
I'm
one.
kind of concentrating to make sure I hit these things, so not right now.
Zomir's worried he might accidentally kill us trying to break the chains if he's distracted. So.
Has he thought about just moving closer to the chains and firing directly at them so he didn't have to roll?
Have you tried that,
And
Zomir?
also, why he needs to roll when this isn't a challenge. And the DM hasn't asked for a roll.
Yeah, I'll be in a while this is going on. It's like clang, 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 clang with both swords.
Just because that's what's gonna
Dude,
be.
I'm worried he's gonna take my freaking head off at this rate.
Danger sense?
Yeah.
Oh. Also, I think it is the damage. It does nothing to them.
Oh yeah, that's a fair point actually.
Your psychic damage disperses between the twisted silver, unaffecting them.
What the hell?
They're magic chains that are immune to psychic things, and your gun's freaking weird.
I now walk into the room and say, "What the fuck are these chains?"
Magic.
Give me Arcana or History check for Zormir, because these are actually present in the original Alterra. Okay. Yeah, you easily recognize this now that you're up close as Twisted Silver, heavily mined and produced from Fantasia and Disparity. It's actually one of the few silvers that can hurt, for example, werewolves or anything not thingy to like silvered weapons. And it has amazing properties to do with psionics, heavily resistant to psychic damage. And most Githyanki or the Owlbear Guard Knights use twisted silver swords.
I'm having these chains afterwards.
Fair.
Well, they're.
It's basically a clip to me.
I mean, do you want to? We can both try and pull these things out if you want to keep them intact.
Yeah, we can just break them at like the ends. Just don't damage the middle bits too much. It might be fun. Sure, we can find something for them.
Fine. I stick my the gun into the corner.
Fair. But yeah, after some time, because I don't need your roleplay this part, you're
Yeah,
breaking.
I assumed you would.
Yeah.
You eventually dismantle the chains and break them off, and are able to unwrap them around the vat, revealing the full form of what is very clearly some derivation of an aboleth inside the dark blue liquid inside. It seems to have a black palette with red stripes over it, and is a little bit smaller than what you traditionally know an aboleth to look like. Seems to be some sort of offroot or subspecies of it.
These are traps.
Yeah, I guess it would be too.
Yeah.
I don't know. I put one chain here. There you
Yeah,
get
but
two.
it's the either side, essentially.
Why would this capture an aboleth?
He says he's a Drax, not an Aboleth.
You're right there. It doesn't quite match up to what the aboleths were described as.
Cool looking. Is that enough to get you out there, Drax? Or do you need us to break the outside of the casing as well?
As now that the twisted chains are kind of being dragged away, he can actually start resonating his voice out into the open as if he's speaking. Ah, much better. It's been so long since I've been able to vocalize my voice. Give the vat a good swing. Smash it open for me, will you? Smash. As the vat disintegrates, the Drax remains hovering in the air as this dark blue slime-like liquid oozes along the floor, splashing out towards you. Seems to have this viscous nature to it, almost like it was in a slimy water. But leaving behind, just kind of dripping with this dripping with this water is this I still think he's still a large creature, but he's on a slightly smaller size of large, so maybe more like 6, 7, kind of going on 8 foot rather than a solid 10. It seems a lot more compact. The creature kind of hovering in the air. Well, hello there. Welcome, friends. Thank you for freeing me. I'm ever in your debt. Name's Drax. Now, who do, pray tell, by the grace of the elders, are all of you fascinating-looking people. You definitely don't look like rebels.
Where are we? I mean, this doesn't seem like Alterra.
Oh no, you're quite an Alterra, yes.
What?
Band of adventurers.
Whoa. Wait, you said
What?
we're in Alterra still?
Yes, this is Alterra. That's what the system is called.
No, we can't be in Alterra. Alterra doesn't look like that.
I told you we're in Alterra, but you didn't listen to me.
What the
I
hell
have no
did
idea what
fucking
that means.
What the hell did fucking Junior do?
It's Junior. You can do it on bloody much anything.
Junior.
He's the
Fantastic.
vampire I told you about.
Ah, the Artificer one.
Yeah.
Ah, a vampire with knowledge. What a novel concept.
Oh, he's quite shit at Artificer.
Yeah, you said you saw him around here, didn't you, Zomer?
Yes. He fucking left me to deal with a plant.
So he's around here somewhere.
I killed a plant.
Actually,
Yes, the plant is very much dead.
No, I killed another one.
Oh,
Oh, you also killed the plant. Oh,
Yeah.
you killed the tree. Oh, fair enough.
I killed the tree, and I've made a friend.
Why are we killing trees?
well,
Oh,
that
wait, slammed a door and was very rude.
well, this plant tried to eat me.
Ooh.
Okay.
That means it's food.
Also, there's a lot of things that we maybe can take from here, but those arcane locks are going to be a bit tricky if I end up dying.
Lock, tricky. Door, not tricky.
Oh.
Also, possibly wall.
Also, these cannons here, they could be very useful if we get to a vessel. But I don't know how we're getting them out of here.
Yeah, we fell about 300 feet.
Oh,
Yes,
That-
it hurt.
damn. Can it?
We can get out. We'll be fine. We just might not be able to get the cannons though.
Bob, you get 19.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
Can you take this gold out of my bag? It's rather heavy.
Put the bag in my bag.
Well, I kind of need my bag.
Just put it in then. And he just holds out the
Just opens the bag of holding.
Yeah, just holds it open.
Pour it in.
And I will put the. I will essentially store all the gold in the bag of holding.
That's fine. You just keep a note of how much gold
Yeah.
there was, and we can divvy it up later.
Oh.
It is in the bag.
Oh, there is some other things there that we might want to take. It's too much weight. I found a nice loot and
Oh, a loot.
a halberd.
Let's be interested in a halberd. It could be cool. I like the loot
Okay.
though. I need a new loot. My old one broke. I sat on it.
Oh, there was also a paintings or something, and a small jewel. Was that a chalice or something? But I
It
was
like it was a mug with like symbols, like the green mug, right?
yeah. But there's far more interesting things locked behind those arcane doors. I just
Well, the door or the wall will come out. You said you did you unlock any of them?
well, I got this, and I
Ooh.
show him the
Armlet things, like the armor add-on.
yes.
Armaments of the hero.
I mean,
Ooh,
I could use
I got a key.
nice.
It has a fire spirit in it.
I don't know if it's a key that'll fit to the locks up there, but
No. It's got fire spirit.
What did you name him, by the way?
Set off.
Good name.
I'm sorry, Drax.
Gwen's peasant fire module. Hello, sod off.
The madman who owns this place kind of kidnapped me, and my friends clearly came to save me. Sorry for ignoring you, Drax. We A lot's happened.
No, I'm just glad to be free. I can finally continue my research.
Yeah. What was that thing about the dragons, by the way? Very interesting, that, as you evidently know.
Oh, yes. Well, I'd be happy to help you raise them once we're out of here.
Okay.
I mean, I could do with a bit of a rest and...
I'm gonna go get the loot first, and then we can...
well, I can't really get the loot if I end up dying.
Well, you said you've evidently opened one, so I can open the rest.
No. Those locks will...
I don't care about the lock. I care about the wall.
Well, you don't want to linger too long. Cross will be making their usual rounds eventually. And even I would struggle against that one.
Good to know. Let's go quickly and loot the place.
Ooh, fascinating. Where are we off to? Let's go.
I'm assuming it's through here, right?
Yeah, we'll show them back the way to the...
Yep.
You just have an aboleth flying, following you through the air.
That's really cool.
He seems to have taken a shine to you, given that you've saved him from eternal boredom.
We saved him for Temple Bottom. I'm assuming we go up here first, because this is on the way. And grab the loot and halberd.
Yeah, I've got that noted down in my bag.
Yeah, I just go off, grab them, go, neat.
Unless you
I'm
want to...
keeping the loot.
If you want to take the halberd and that onto you...
I'll definitely... Oh,
it.
yeah, I can have them.
I'll take them off my list.
Yeah. Loot of Bard.
Doth loot and halberd +1.
And +1 halberd. I'll attach it to my, like, brace of very large weapons that are across my back. Right, so which one did you open?
The very first one?
This
The
one?
one you can see.
Oh, this one.
This one.
Yes, a little tick.
Okay, I walk in. What does the wall... I'm gonna look... How thick is the wall from, like, the outside first? I'm gonna gauge that.
Maybe 2 feet. Appears to be made of some form of hardwood. Not like the actual stone walls around you. It seems to be thinner.
Yeah. How wide are these rooms?
They're supposed to be like little locker things, so only a couple feet by a couple feet.
Okay, basically, is it enough that I can, like, if I curl up my body and get my feet on one wall and my shoulders on the back other wall?
Oh yeah, you could easily span them.
Yeah.
They're literally like kind of like gun rack lockers.
Yeah, I'm basically gonna get in there and then just, like, stretch with my full strength to, like, just buckle the wall inward.
Fair. How would this interact with the electrified gates?
It's wood. Wood is insulated, so it doesn't get electrified.
There is, but that electricity's got to be coming from somewhere. So I
Underneath.
assume there's wires coming through the wooden walls.
Yeah. I think I'm only touching the wood.
Yeah, just give me a strength check.
Okay. 14.
14. You attempt to keep pushing. You kind of feel the wood a little bit buckling under your strength, but it appears to actually be pretty solid. And as you're pushing on it, there seems to be kind of internal piping that seems to be holding it more steady. There seems to be kind of a metal skeleton inside the actual wood.
Ooh, this one's gonna be fun. And Alvina is gonna get angry and try again.
Can someone help me? Has anyone got anything that can help me boost my chances of unlocking this thing?
Alvina's raging and she's gonna try and push it again, basically.
Oh, well, I might be able to help you and gift you a bit more of enhanced knowledge, but I could only do so via direct telepathy. I'd need access to your brain.
I can guide you.
I'll take the guidance.
No, that's fair.
I
understand. You're still annoyed at heart, after all.
I mean no offense. We've just met you. I know.
No, that's perfectly reasonable.
Okay.
Can I make another check, by the way?
Yes,
Raising.
go ahead.
Cool.
Go ahead and give me your check at advantage as you push through this wall.
I want to try and unlock the third one.
20.
All right, go ahead and give me a lock-picking check there, DC 20. 20, as you push through the wall, you eventually manage to... Your feet actually push through the wall itself.
Bang!
You can see that you can actually now kind of see the wood kind of crumbling away. You can actually see just this very basic, large opening metal frame inside. However, you appear to have actually like pushed through the wall rather than actually toppling the wall.
So is it?
A pair of feet sticking out the other side.
It is a dexterity check with proficiency for thieves' tools.
+1 because your multi-tool counts as +1. Because yay.
+1 because your multi-tool counts as +1.
Now you get electrocuted again.
Plus the guidance.
I don't think it matters.
Yeah, but it might stop him being super electrocuted.
True, he might not die from it.
What's my
D4, isn't it?
D4?
Yeah.
So it's
12.
12.
13.
Oh,
'cause
13,
+1.
yeah, the +1.
You hear a thud as you accidentally hit the wrong kind of upturn, and you start to hear that buzzing, crackling noise again forming around the cage.
Oh
Go
shit!
ahead and get very safe.
I've just realized, how big is the thing
Fuck.
in this one?
Wow. Was I? Where the hell did I put the damage? Okay, it's 40 you take 20 lightning damage.
That 10. That 10 at the end. Jesus.
And you're looking into the fourth one, which are
Ow.
What was that? Sorry.
the stone tubes are kind of like a you know those cardboard kind of semi poster tubes, so like half the actual length of it that you could hold it kind of between your two arms, kind of the length of your chest.
Oh, I
they're
know the
about
one.
that, but made of stone.
Can I reach in and like pull them out through the holes of me?
Yes, actually, yes, you can.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
You continue to do that. There are 6 tubes kind of stacked on top of each other haphazardly. How long is your arms?
I'm 6 foot, so they'd be like a little over 3 feet, probably.
Okay. So you might struggle to get like the last ones that kind of rolled over to the left side. But let's say you're able to get 4, but 2 of them have kind of rolled over to the left, and you kind of need to use something to drag them back. You got anything long and thin you can use?
I have a spear.
You just kind of like drag them over.
Yeah.
Give me a sleight hand check to see how well you can be able to kind of balance this. See how long you're there. Just trying to flick them back towards you.
Nope.
You really suck at dragging them back with a spear, and no amount of time will help you here.
I'm guessing.
I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pull the spear back because I'm still convinced these things are gonna explode.
Sure.
I'm gonna take the halberd, take the thin end, and just like try and knock them out. 'Cause it's a barred door, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna try and knock them out through the gaps in the door.
Give me another sleight of hand check, see if this works better for you. But while you're doing this, Zormir.
Ow! This is what I meant. It's dangerous. I don't think.
You see two stone tubes just kind of push past you as they're flicked out of the actual cage.
There we go. 6 magic stone tubes.
Well, nobody said they were magic.
I'm assuming they're magic, and Alvina doesn't care if they're not. She's too dumb to realize.
I'm.
Well, there's one.
I don't know
Does
if
it look like? Sorry, go ahead, Ben.
I don't know if I can risk trying to pick these locks anymore.
Does anyone have any... Is rubber a thing in this world? Like, are rubber gloves a thing that exists in Alterra normally?
Oh, normally, yeah. Because Noids need rubber gloves. I don't think any of the other three factions care.
Yeah, it's like, do rubber gloves exist, and would we have some?
Like, Aberration's so heavily used on, like, telekinesis.
Yeah.
Primordials don't care about elemental energy. And then you have Celestials, but I don't think Celestials care about rubber gloves.
Hey, Zomir, do you have any rubber gloves?
Fortunately, the Noid industries are heavily stunted in this reality.
Do you think if I had rubber gloves, I would not be wearing them? I've been
Yes.
shocked half a dozen times. No.
Okay. I'll use mine then. I'm going to use my destiny point to get a pair of rubber gloves.
Alright, fair.
You said I could?
Yep. I'll make it a low DC of 10, even though rubber gloves are probably pretty hard to get, but you're gonna find the rubber gloves belonging to like the one person who managed to invent them in the rebellion.
Oh, I was just meaning like, I had them in my bag from the other world.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah, go ahead.
I think if he finds
Is
them,
it a
they're
roll
prob-
Is it a roll of 1d20?
Roll 1d20, you need 10 or higher.
Ooh.
Boom! I found 2 sets of rubber gloves!
You not only have rubber gloves, you have your personalized, stylized rubber gloves with enhancements that for some reason you carry everywhere with you.
War dancer rubber gloves!
They stole them from Zormir's backpack ages ago and never told him.
And I painted them. They've got the same, like, tattoo design that I have on me. Okay, I'll do it. I have my rubber gloves on.
Where the hell did you get those?
They're mine.
Why the hell do you have those?
Don't ask.
That 20 rubber gloves, I love it.
Don't complain. Just be thankful he has.
Yes, but what good is that going to do you if you can't damn well pick the lock?
Well, I can try. Hand me that tool.
Are you any good with thieves' tools?
We can find out.
Do you have proficiency in thieves' tools?
I have sleight of hand. That's pretty good.
That's slightly good. However, without proficiency, it actually decreases the DC.
Ah. I do not have proficiency with these tools. I have proficiency with disguise kit.
No, that's fair. You can make a check, but it's going to be harder for you than it would be
Yeah.
for an experienced individual like Zormir.
Yeah. Sleight of hand.
And these were already 20, so this is bumping up to 25.
Oh, I can't make it.
Well, you already attempted, so go ahead and give me a failed attempt. Yeah, so I need a deck
13.
save. I'll give you advantage because you have rubber gloves, but you also get advantage because of danger sense.
Yeah, I
Anyway.
have mega advantage.
Look at your resistance to the damage because of the rubber gloves.
Yeah.
This is quite ingenious, I do love it.
16.
16 unfortunately fails, as you aren't able to pull away. However, you do gain resistance, so you'll be taking half anyway. For 12 lightning damage.
Okay.
As you are blasted past, and Zormir, you have a moment to choose whether or not you would like to say, I told you so.
I just stand there clapping.
Sarcastically.
Well done.
While you're failing to do this, what are Lou, Gwent, and Fuku doing?
Imagine all of Alvina's hair. He's got very long hair just sticking up right now.
Can I get my tools back, please?
Here you go. And
Is it these lightning gates? Are they technological or magical?
The lock is magical, and is why I keep on getting shocked every time.
how big is the horse?
A full-sized horse. It is about, what, like 4 foot tall? Or
Okay.
4 foot up to it, well, 4, 5, 6 foot up.
Okay. It's not a living horse, right? It's actually like a statue or something.
As far as you can tell, it appears to be a stuffed mannequin.
Okay. I'm picking up the horse.
Right.
You're gonna smash the lock.
I'm going to use it as a breaching ram to try and smash it.
Wait.
Nope.
Yes, if you break, you could damage what's inside you.
Homicidal maniac.
You have no idea if these locks are mechanical or mechanical or arcade in nature. From the outside, there is nowhere to tell. There seems to be a power-up buzzing that accompanies it just before the lightning shocks through it. So it seems like the actual power is coming from somewhere behind the walls. And without being able to see the power source, you don't know if it's magically generated lightning or mechanical generated lightning. But it appears that the lightning is actually coming through the walls rather than being generated at the gate itself. But yes, Alvina, you were charging at one of the gates.
With a horse. Using
Which
a horse
gate
as a
would
parry.
you like to charge at?
The one that shocked me. So this one, I guess.
Uh,
Whichever one was. It was this one or this one. It was one of these two.
your choice. I don't know which one you're at.
Which one was?
I was trying this
what
one.
we tried?
Yeah,
Oh, you're
they were
trying that one. Whichever one Zormir was trying. So the third
You
one.
gonna
I
try
guess?
that? Yep. So the third from the right or the fourth one? Give me a strength check with advantage. This is battering, so I'll let you have athletics for this.
Thank you.
It's all about placement. Let's see if you can batter through the door.
24.
All right. So as you smash into the door, you feel it buckling, the horse evaporating, crunching in on itself from the sheer impact. But you can also hear the screech of metal turning until eventually, just from sheer pushing, the horse half falling apart, crashing in on itself. The actual pop of the door swings open, along with the accompanied buzzing, crackling sound. As while you have opened the door, you have still triggered the trap.
Yeah, she's
I
just
need a
mad.
dexterity saving throw.
She's just mad. Do I get advantage for distance? Actually, I already got advantage. Never mind.
Yep, you get advantage because you can see the door.
I can see door. 21.
Oof.
21 succeeds.
Yeah.
So you will take half of this for success for 15 lightning damage.
Do I still get the resistance for the gloves or not?
If you're still wearing them, sure. I'll allow that. So
I would have
15
taken them
half
off.
7.
This would have really been a spur of the moment. Just I'm pissed off at this. So she wouldn't have taken them off to do it. So.
You are also charging through it, and the door is buckling, swinging inwards off of it, so it's going to crash down. It is about to crash down into this massive pile of what appears to be deep speech inscribed artifacts. Would you like to try and do anything to prevent any damage while you're going down?
I imagine Zormir would as well. But yeah, she'll try to angle the door away from it, essentially, with brute force, essentially. Try to angle it so it hits into the wall, not into the artifacts, essentially.
Maybe it's going to be quite tricky. Give me a flat wisdom check.
Ooh.
See how aware of your surroundings you are enough to pull this off.
Give me a moment. I've got to see if I've got anything which gives me better for this.
But yes, while I was doing that, was anyone else have anything they wanted to do?
Fuck you's just looking at the key, essentially, trying to figure out if he can potentially summon sort of.
Can I use my destiny point and use my shield bash thing, react and batter the door up and away from the artifact?
Yeah, go ahead and give me a strength acrobatics check as you pounce into action.
Yeah, so I imagine Zormir will be going, oh shit, Alvina's pissed. I need to save the artifact.
Fukyu, as you kind of play around with the key, you kind of get this innate feeling that if you kind of twist it in the air with the intention to summon, that you can essentially zap the fire on or into something in order to summon it. But Dr. Zamir, as this cage begins to buckle in on itself, you manage to kind of just throw yourself to the floor, grabbing the bottom off this door as the last of the electricity kind of sparks away. You can still feel it hot to the touch, but you don't care at this point as you rip it upwards. Actually, I'm to like push Alvina up with the door as you're able to kind of flip it over. Alvina, you're feeling yourself being lifted off. Do you do anything to stop this?
She's gonna try and land on her feet, essentially, but...
Alright, you also give me just an acrobatics check as you twist your body to kind of land with feet against the wall.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, just because of the sudden shift of momentum that you weren't quite expecting, you're actually pushed upwards and start sliding face down into the wall.
Ah,
As,
shit.
you take 1 bludgeoning damage as you push your nose into the wall.
Ow! Serves
And
you
you
right,
kinda-
so.
Currently, the doors are kind of jammed now into the actual stone, kind of arcing above the actual artifacts underneath it, with just the sheer pressure of you two pushing it forward. And you're just kind of lying on this door. You can hear it kind of creaking, kind of bending down towards the artifact as you are going to quickly move these artifacts out.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, serves you right, Door.
God damn it! What did I tell you?
It shouldn't have shocked me.
I'm going to be sitting in the back and starting the prayer of healing.
I think I'm gonna need it at this rate.
Yep. All right, so you guys have opened up 3 of the 6 doors, and have only taken a reasonable amount of damage for doing so.
Oh, fuck you.
And what
Esmond.
is in this one, by the way? I actually don't know what was in this room.
This was a pile of artifacts and miscellaneous objects inscribed with deep speech.
Which
For context purposes, it's psionic salvage.
Oh, Sonic Salvage. That's all just right, it has.
I speak deep speech.
Yeah, in a moment I can roll you on the psionic salvage table, see what you actually get.
Oh.
Only a couple of them are actual artifacts, the rest I'm just rolling on the table.
Maybe we might get some random fan fictions or pillows again.
Are we sure we want to continue this, trying to get all this stuff here?
Yes.
You guys have the most industrial spirit. I don't think I've ever seen Noid so determined.
I like loot.
You're unlike anything I've ever witnessed or heard about.
She's got a giant grin on her face.
You're quite entertaining. But that leaves the to the next one. You can see through is a box of living flame. The second one is a pile of broken celestial artifacts. Actually, no, this one's just broken celestial porcelain, it says. And the first one is primordial salvage.
Okay. I'm gonna get the box of living flame next, because it might have some. It might be the thing that the key fits in.
It is made of solid flame.
Yeah. Well, let someone who's fireproof pick it out, but I can at least ignore it.
Well, if you let me
fire
borrow,
resistance.
if you let me borrow those gloves, I'll have one more crack at this. But if I die,
If you destroy my gloves, I'll be very cross.
I'm very hurt.
You'll be fine.
That's somehow the most
Drax.
dangerous challenge you guys have come across.
Um,
I'm not even sure why.
Because Alvina's a kleptomaniac and refuses to leave without all the loot.
Drax, I will take your assistance. This insane woman won't let us leave without picking all these damn locks. And
I have your permission to connect with your mind.
For now, yes.
Fascinating. Let's see what's in there. As you feel a little telepathic ping inside your head trying to establish a connection with you. Do you accept?
Incoming call.
Yes, I accept the incoming call. On the mere sheer stupidity of this is so bad.
Hey, don't worry. I love the fact that Alvina was the one to get the first contact. Pretty much no danger, because there's barely a brain in there for him to
Yeah, but now Artificer Brain.
Now the artifice is in. Like, oh well, I was happy to be the only point of contact. Actually, no, Lou was allowed to talk.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I've got an awakened mind.
Yeah, your brains are connected to way weirder shit than him.
But yes, as the telepathic communication connects with you, you can feel this presence in your mind, this depth of knowledge, this being that has lived for thousands of years, has seen things beyond imagining, this ancient creature, as it seems to filter through your brain, your memories, your knowledge, exploring deep, sheath through your knowledge, probing into your psyche. What
Sift?
is your greatest desire?
Or Sift. Or the other one, yeah, Sift is the other one.
Oh, shift is what I was thinking.
Ah, okay.
I wouldn't say it's the greatest desire, but but it's the most prominent thought he'd come across of getting back at Junior and destroying him for killing my
Well,
my mentor.
Ah, I see. Vengeance. God, need to keep his voice more consistent. Ah, I see. Vengeance. Fascinating. And this is only to Zormir. Yes, I see it all. Oh. This is more knowledge than I've ever seen among a creature. Oh, you have a rudimentary knowledge of the arcane glyphs. A knowledge of... Well, you shouldn't have that.
What do you
No,
mean?
you can't possibly be old enough.
This is
Zormio's
Alterra.
getting ID'd.
This is Alterra, but it's not Alterra. There's something weirdly wrong with this Alterra.
Yes, I can see that. Knowledge that shouldn't exist. Knowledge that doesn't exist. Grasp on the history of a world that never was. Fascinating. More fascinating. You have knowledge even beyond my own. Oh, it's so tasty.
they are fucked.
Oh, an artificer of knowledge beyond imagining. Oh, so much of it non-existent, outdated. You don't even know of the hybrids. Such
Hybrids?
pure, unedited. Yes, I think I'll keep an eye on you. You could be of a great assistance to me. Maybe with this knowledge I could finally breach the Rainbow Plains. Oh, yes. Anyway, here's a D10 for inspiration.
Told you he's not evil, he's just insane. It's great.
Okay.
Or creepy. Just real creepy.
Hey, it didn't seem that creepy to Alvina. She's too dumb for him to be creepy too.
So it's a +4 for the proficiency and the tools check itself, and then a D10.
Yes. I assume
And
plus nine,
guidance.
so- So D4, D10.
Alright. I'm guessing this normal roll, no advantage or anything.
Nope. Flat roll.
Here we go! I'm dead!
Give me back my gloves!
You don't know how badly this lockpicking's going.
I think I do, because you're about to be launched across the side of the room or die. You're about to spontaneously combust.
Wow, I don't suppose you have a destiny point you can use.
You just spent it.
Yeah, because I used it to allow me to
Save.
use that shield bash.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. You used it to protect the psionic salvage. Let's hope you get something good from it.
Another dragon egg.
No,
D10.
this is psionic. There's no dragon eggs in the psionic salvage list.
Psionic dragons.
That's the primordial one.
I am going to see if I can still make this less than this, because I
Can you?
Because I can use flash as well to add.
Okay. Okay. So you need to roll like a 10 and a 4 on these die.
Yeah. How
All
much
right. It's a
is your
DC
flash?
20.
All right.
I assume it's 3 or 4.
Yeah. I'll roll the d10 first. See what.
You roll a d10.
Oh,
It's a 10!
Oh.
It's a 10!
You
You
need
need
to
a
roll.
4 now.
See what I get for my. I get.
You're at 14. You need at least a 3, I think. 50-50 shot.
Flash, I get +3.
You need a 4. You need a 4.
And I need
You exactly need a 4.
I need a 4 from.
Wow.
You
Hey.
need exactly
I
4.
don't think this is worth it.
I'm getting my glove back after your charge. Come on.
Oh.
Ooh.
Close.
Yeah, with that, you don't even need to flash it. You know you won't make it.
I'm taking-
Unfortunately, with that 16, you do not make the DC 20. I need you to roll me a dexterity saving throw.
It would
I'm
be
taking my gloves back after this.
Would my prayer of healing go off now?
After he takes the damage.
Yeah, wait until after in case it goes to 0.
In case he dies.
Okay.
It's statistically better.
All right. So
It was funny if I heal him and then he dies. It's funnier.
17.
This funny.
Ooh, 17 doesn't make it, unfortunately.
You
Would
got
you like
resistance.
to flash it?
You've got resistance.
Okay,
Yeah,
flash
I'll-
save.
I'll flash the dexterity save then. to put
it
up
20.
to 20.
No, 20 is the DC. So you get resistance on half, so 5 lightning damage.
Okay.
Give me back my gloves, thank you very much.
So you said
Taking my
5.
gloves back and putting them on.
5 lightning damage.
I'm still up, going ow, 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 ow. You kleptomaniac nut job. I am not doing it anymore for you. Here, have your damn gloves.
Yeah, I'm taking my gloves back. Right.
Everybody gets 21.
You.
Fuck you doesn't because he wasn't hurt.
I'm actually back to higher than when you healed me earlier by 1. Is your actually you said you've been having like a bonus to healing? Is that counted into that?
I was doing that wrong. It's 21.
Okay, cool. Fair enough.
I read it wrongly.
Fair enough. I have no idea what it is, so. Ooh, I've got an idea.
Can we?
Nope.
Someone grab her. I am not
Okay.
dying in this place to loot the damn room.
But you stop trying to pick the locks then.
Yes, and you're going to break the damn things by bashing in the doors.
Probably. But I'll try something else first. You've got a hook, right? Somewhere.
I have a crowbar.
A crowbar will do.
Here.
Thank
If
you.
you insist on trying to break the damn locks, good luck with electrocuting yourself.
Okay. I am going to take the crowbar, attach it to... Who has rope on them? Because I just remembered my rope is in the bottom of a fucking lake somewhere because it got attacked.
Mine's is in
I
the
do.
belly of something else as well.
Yeah, we're losing rope quickly. Can I
Yeah,
borrow
I think
some
fuck
rope?
you's used his rope.
Yeah.
I think
I
everyone's
tied...
used their rope.
I do have rope because I.
Yeah, we all had rope. We're just losing them. Yeah, I'm gonna tie the crowbar to it. Still got my rubber gloves on again. I'm gonna hook it to part of the bars and just heave.
I'm going to have a mental conversation with Drax. I want to see the differences. I want to start trying to figure out the differences between the two realities.
Yeah. Well, he's doing that. Can the rest of you give me a hand here?
Alright, give me a strength check.
Yeah. Is anyone helping me? That's what I'm asking for, so I can
Guidance.
Get a hand.
Guidance, at least.
Yeah, fuck you.
I'm not strong,
Help.
but I can help that way.
Okay, so it's with advantage and plus a d4, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, as many of you as actually have strength scores, grab onto the rope and pull.
18.
fuck you's not got the greatest.
19.
And
unfortunately,
a
as you
flash.
tug,
Yay!
flash of genius.
32. 32. I think
as
Flash is
you
his flash of average intelligence for her.
as you pull at the door, you can start to hear it buckle and bulge a little bit as lightning shocks through it, and you can see it running down and fraying at the end of the rope, kind of burning at it. Luckily, it is resistant as it starts to shoot out towards the kind of area around the door. And as you give that final tug to pull the door off, you can feel the rope fraying, and as the door is finally pulled off its hinges, the rope snaps from the one side connected, and you lose 10 feet of it from fraying and blackened lightning running up it.
On my rope.
However, you get the door open without electrocuting yourself.
It was Lou's rope he offered first.
Even better.
Yeah. There we go. I think that one's one for you. Fuck you. You've got the magic fire key.
Okay. The fuck you like focuses on the key and tries to get it to release, essentially.
Oh, you picking up the box and actually like trying to open it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll get to that in a second then.
Albin is basically going to be doing the same with the remains of the rope. So.
Alright, well, you only managed to get that from the flash, so go ahead and roll me another strength check with advantage, see if you're able to pull this door off.
Yeah. Is that just
Yes, it is.
Cool.
Unless you're like sneaking or trying to be stealthy, because it does have a verbal component, I'm pretty sure. You can pretty much just use it on any checks that aren't time-based or in action
21.
economy.
I think that makes it anyway, but I'll roll the d4 anyway.
It was there. This will thingy off, and you'll fray another 10 foot off the rope as the electric runs up it, but doesn't quite manage to get all the way up. You're now down to 30 foot of rope left.
Yep.
You managed to open up the second last door. You got one more left.
Yeah, that was the celestial stuff, right?
It was the broken celestial bases, yes.
Yeah. And take the rope.
Broken porcelain.
Do it again for the final one. $22.
Alright. This will fray another 10 foot off the rope, which I believe gives you only 20 foot left. So there you go. You can mark down your 50 foot rope as 20 foot frayed end rope.
I hand it back to Lou. Thank you very much. Your rope paid of worthy sacrifice.
What the hell is this?
You just watched me do this.
Just watching your rope slowly get more and more burned out.
Okay, so it was.
I better get something good from here.
Yeah, so
Let's find out.
it was 2 psionic salvage, 1 celestial pottery.
Yes. And a box of living flame. Let's do these in orders as you uncovered them. You have the stone. Actually, I have a list. I can put it in. You can decide which ones you want to investigate first, since this is where we'll pretty much end for today. I really should have called this episode "The Pursuit of Loot," as you did not get anywhere near to confronting Cross and Bones as I'd assumed.
Nope.
We freed an aboleth thing and looted a room. And
The Aboleth thing was a possibility I did encounter.
and looted a lot of shit.
But hey, as long as you guys are having fun, it works for me.
Yeah.
Zarmir's going to have a conversation in his mind with the Aboleth.
Is there anything in particular you want to ask? He seems to be a little bit elusive with his answers. He seems to enjoy hoarding knowledge over you. He's definitely
I'm just trying
holding
to
out information.
find out this, if there is, what the major difference is between the...
Give me a persuasion check, or give me either a charisma or intelligence persuasion check. As you try and convince him to kind of open up and throw you a bone, give you something.
Persuasion.
Either
15.
charisma or intelligence, your choice.
Intelligence. That's another one on there, so 16.
Since you are essentially trying to engage him in academic debate. Okay, that's enough to give you something. He will answer one question for you. And it has to be a kind of a slim question, no broad, open questions like what are all the differences.
I'll leave that for the start of the next episode or something.
You can have a week to think about it.
It also gives me a chance to think of a decent question for him.
Question. Zormia's already got so the hero written down. Sonic Salve. Oh, are they both primordial? Yeah, one's primordial salvage, the other's Sonic.
Let's do the salvage first then, just because I need to roll here, and I'll do the explaining of the rest later. I need, let's have Alvina roll me a d20 for the psionic salvage, just to see how much of it is. If you can get 1, 2, 3, or 4 pieces. Nice. Was it 1 to 5, 2? So this would be 4 because it's in the 4th quadrant. Okay, the psionic salvage actually has quite a decent amount in it, and you'll get a roll 4 times on the psionic salvage table.
Awesome.
Luke, go ahead and roll me a d20 to see how much of the primordial salvage Cross and Bones was able to get.
17.
Oh, nice. 17 also is the cutoff for the 4. Okay, so this guy has been hoarding salvage, like the best salvage possible that he's been able to find. So you guys are going to get some rolls on this, which I'll bring up the salvage tables, but while I'm doing that, let's explain the rest of them. The 6 stone tubes appear to have a small ring opening kind of in the center. They seem to almost have like a stone cap that could be pulled off with enough strength. Anyone with a 16 or higher strength, they will kind of pull out the stone cap.
Well, that's me.
And me.
And as well,
no. Would you like to open one of the stone tubes?
Yeah.
As you pull out one of the tubes, you get a whiff of kind of dusty, chalky, old air that appears to have been in here for quite some time. And as you do so, you actually find what appears to be a very thin, very resilient. You're not quite sure what this is made of, but it seems to be flint of some variety that is rolled up and inscribed with primordial glyphs. This appears to be primordial notes or letters rolled up and put into these tubes. You seem to have collected somebody's mail or communication or some sort of record in primordial. It seems to be primarily earth-based glyphs. So Terran? Yeah, I think it's Terran.
It's Terran, yeah.
So specifically a Terran dialect is written into these.
Okay.
Opening up a couple others, and eventually you can check all of them. You pretty much find the same thing. These appear to be some form of documents or communication written in Terran.
Okay. Flint primordial glyphs, Terran 6, and that is what was in. Okay. I can't read Terran, so I'm just gonna hand them off to someone. It's like, did anyone read these?
Celestial, Common, and Deep Speech.
It's primordial, is what you want.
Unfortunately, none of you seem to have primordial.
Doesn't Gwen have
Gwen
primordial?
does.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I do.
Then I will get those for you next week because I have to dig around. And also, some of them aren't finished yet. And also, most of them aren't knowledgeable to you because you don't actually know what they're referencing.
Yeah, you say you can speak primordial, and I just hand the 6 tubes with the stuff in to you.
It might be a bit more relevant to Gwent.
Yeah.
Because
they are the local.
That's fair. Gwent has been there for a little bit. Then to give you a brief overview, these appear to be documents detailing shipment periods and kind of semi-classified information pertaining to the primordial outpost here on Salvos, which I believe I named. I need to quickly check the map. Is Iron Core, the fire giant foundry at the heart of Salvos.
It's where we just become bandits and just loot shipments because we have a shipping manifest.
Yep, checks out.
Well,
So there's quite a few details about various things and various plans going on there. It looks like some form of communication ship or delivery must have got intercepted or destroyed while on the way to or from Iron Forge? No, what do they call it?
Iron Forge is in WoW.
Yeah.
Yep.
Iron Core. God, I literally just looked at it as well.
Yeah. No, I do that same damn thing.
But while you do that, it's the stone tubes. Let's do the box of living flame.
Yeah.
As you're playing around with the box, you actually realize that there is a. Actually, I have a description. I spent time writing this up. Let me grab that. The box of living flame, a small two-hand spanned box made of obscuring solid living flame. As you reach towards it, you can feel heat coming from the box, but find yourself unfazed by it. A quick touch test reveals that the box is safe to handle. There is a lock in the front of the box in the shape of a thin flame. Unlike anything you've seen before, you get the feeling that whatever is inside is important, but are unable to open the box no matter what you try unless you have the key.
Do we have the key?
There was also specialized lockpicks you needed if you want to try and lockpick it, as magical regular lockpicks just burn up and melt.
Badass. I love that kind of box. Honestly, they're awesome.
So
Yeah,
there you
I
go.
don't think the key
Find yourself
for-
some obsidian iron lockpicks.
Yeah, I don't think like Sodoff's key will open it.
Assuming not, but it's worth a try.
So I think
also
it's
magic.
more like you say, a Pokeball.
Yeah.
As you kind of place the key towards it, you find that the key starts to shift and form into the exact shape of the lock. Hilariously, you did find it. It was an optional. You could find the key actually in the lair somewhere. There was like a 10% chance that you'd actually follow through and get the key. Congratulations,
Teamwork.
you discovered the key before you ever discovered the lock.
You go, okay,
Yeah.
we've got a key. We assume it's a Pokeball. Oh, it's actually important. Cool.
Fuck You's was more like wanting to get the fire spirit than the key.
Hey, the key's a bonus.
Yeah.
And to be fair, you get a neat little box you get out of this.
We get a bear Pokeball. We can put him in the box.
Yeah. I mean,
This is where Fuck You throws away whatever was inside the box and just keeps the box. I'll have whatever's inside it. You keep the box.
basically, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Fuck You just wanted the fire spirit.
Yeah. I believe you. 100%.
But yes, as the box swings open, you find yourself staring down at the contents of it that appears to be this broken shard of some unidentified metal. It seems to almost have an obsidian shape and glossy texture to it, but there's a hint of red, and as you stare into it, you can see the flames of the box kind of reflecting back from it. It appears to be a jagged thorn-like shape with kind of a broken L at the bottom of it, almost like it combines with something else and part of a larger object. As you stare at it though, you feel the hunger of devouring fire. You feel the need to burn and destroy. The flames flicker in your eyes. As give me a wisdom saving throw.
Thank God I'm not the one doing it.
You need
With
to
this
make
effect,
this up.
Alvina, this is what she's like already. Devours everything and wants to break things. Come on, Fuck You.
And everybody's like, oh, nothing's happened now.
She's fine. She's a bit hungrier than normal. She eats 10 square feet of food instead of 3 at every meal.
As you stare into it, the flame stares back at you, inflaming you, enticing you, as you begin to fall to its magic, fall to its enticing nature. You begin to feel the hunger yourself, the craving, the need for fire.
Right, we've turned him a pyro.
He doesn't have fire magic. The best part, he specifically said earlier, he doesn't have fire magic. Yet.
As you gain a mild arsonist trait.
Yes! The goblin with the arsonist trait! Fuck
Oh,
yeah!
sweet God.
Okay, so
Goblin
we've got a
fires.
Quackle and a pyro.
We're a team from Darkest Dungeon.
Eventually, someone is forced to close the box as Fukyu refuses to stare away, is entranced by this. As
I'll hold the
Anytime you stare at the actual object inside this broken, sharp fragment. I'm just gonna call it fragment.
I've got shard.
Sharp makes sense. You fall more and more enticed. Anytime you see a large amount of fire, you need to make a wisdom saving throw to look away and continue on what you were doing, as you will become charmed by the flames.
Yeah, I'm putting that in my bag. I'll put it with the dragon egg. Let's not have that near the person who's got the bag of holding.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put that in my backpack. That one.
Yes, you find one broken shard from a living flame.
You say it was metal, right? I've got obsidian red metal shard. Bad.
Yes, it is like a glossy obsidian nature to it, and you can see the flames reflected into it. It seems to be a metal that you've never seen before, something primal. You get the sense of something ancient about it.
Badass. Are we doing the salvages now?
Let's go over the broken celestial porcelain. It doesn't
yeah.
actually do anything. As you kind of look at it, though, you can see there appears to be very complex divine runes inscribed inside of it. It appears to looks like it's here speaks celestial. Zormir did, right? Not even able to actually look underneath it, while the outside just had glyphs and generic geometric shapes to it. The actual inside appears to have actual prayer written along it in celestial. And as you give it a quick read over, it seems to be a prayer containment to combine an ancient spirit to maintain its dwelling within this porcelain vase. It looks like this was a very powerful divine artifact used to contain some sort of spectral
Genie.
creature.
Could possibly actually. Yeah.
It's possible. It looks like it was used to bind something inside it, but is broken now. Although, however, if you are able to reforge it, it would be a powerful containment thing.
You want this, Zormir?
Yeah, I'm busy having conversation.
Okay, Lou, you're into weird.
Romeo eventually tells you all this.
Yeah.
I'll go. Oh, if she says I'm in conversation, we deal with it later. Okay, Lou, you're into weird cult shit. Here you go.
Cheers.
I'll fix it later.
Yep.
You need to do some research as to how to fix it in order to figure out how it was created, but that's a future side quest thing you can do. All right, now let's get on to I believe that's just the two salvage ones left. You both rolled high. These are very packed salvages. So let's go with, you each can roll 4d4 to determine the quantity. You're gonna have far too much loot to use.
8. I didn't roll max this time. Don't worry.
Six.
Versus last time, I rolled like
Jesus.
16.
Okay, that's fair. I was hoping for some low numbers. You guys keep getting 4 and 3s on things.
Yeah, but I think I got 16 for the original salvage.
You
Didn't
didn't
we?
even figure out how to use most
The klepto-
any of the stuff you've got.
We
We
need
figured out how to
to,
use a dragon egg.
we need the airship back because the klepto is just going to over-encumber us all.
Hey,
Well, to get that
have
back, you have to get out of the tower first.
Yeah.
I have close to a ton of space still in. I'm alright.
All right, let's do primordial first because we've already gone over that. So let's see if you get any duplicates before we get onto the new salvage one you haven't seen yet. Let's do. It was Lou doing primordial. Lou, go ahead and roll me a choose your number, 1 or 3, and roll me a d20. Do you want 1 of this item or 3 of this item? And you gotta pick before you roll, or at least before I tell you what it is.
Let's have let's have the 3 be the last one, right? 'Cause that's more hype.
All right, roll me a d20. Let's see what the first item you find is.
We get more spears just to add to my collection.
You find
7.
a one-off. Ooh. You find a small crate that seems to have armor inside of it, but it's unlike any armor you've ever seen. It seems to be inscribed with primordial warding glyphs, and it doesn't seem to be fit for a Noid. It seems to have holes everywhere in it. It doesn't seem to have any leggings or glaives or arms or anything. It just seems to be a chest piece. But you find one elemental binding chest piece.
A crate of armor, chest piece, primordial.
Give me a nature check, actually, Lou. Let's see if you actually know this, because this does exist in the other timeline.
Ooh.
Let's just
6.
make sure, or
Jesus.
Does anyone have any experience fighting elemental cults?
Um,
Hmm.
Any
I
Theogenasi or anything?
nah. Maybe fighting, but probably don't know it either. It's like they're
What was the
enemies.
other one you were going to say, Chris?
Investigator, so I might have come across Ganassi.
Gwen, have you got any proficiency in nature or history?
I don't in nature. I do in history.
You do in history?
I'm proficient. I'm proficient in history.
Even
Meh.
What is
nature.
Remind me of your background, Lou. What are you? Who are you? And where are you from?
I'm a tiefling. Warlock.
Of the old
Uh,
one.
Yeah, not primordial though.
Yeah,
We really should have
no.
had it the other way around. We should have had me be the primordial one and you be the psionic one, considering you're the psionic warlock.
Yeah,
You're
sure.
not from oh, that was anyone.
Yeah, you're from.
I'm gonna Gwen. You get a rough familiarity with this object. You've at least seen it once or twice. Given where you are, these guys are probably used as slave masters, so that makes sense. So you actually recognize this piece as Myrmidon armor.
Oh.
It is used to bind elemental essences into solid Myrmidons.
Oh,
What
I
is
know
a
the kind of
Myrmidon?
thing. I know. I out of character. I think I know what a Myrmidon is.
It is the higher CR elemental, but with armor.
Yeah. If you've ever
Oh,
played
okay.
WoW, it's like the ones with like the sword and shield elementals, essentially. Like there's actually like a
no.
body. They're cool.
Yep. So you get, for the sake of just naming it, because I don't want to name it like a chess piece or something. It is a Myrmidon armor. It is used to bind an elemental into servitude.
Badass. That is awesome.
If
Okay.
you're able to perform the ritual, you guys can convert an elemental or give it armor.
Can we do that to sod off?
Maybe if you feed it enough for it to grow big enough.
Yep.
It's currently very weak.
Goal gained. Turn sod off into a Myrmidon.
We can feed it the plant in the other room.
Yeah, just keep feeding this fire element. It goes big enough.
All right, Lou, give me another D20 for another one-off.
18.
Ooh, very
dragon
rare.
eggs.
All right, so you eventually find what appears to be a slightly larger, more cylindrical glass tube, a little bit larger than like a healing potion. However, inside of it, you see what appears to be a purplish water. And that's all you see is just a giant glass tube of purplish water, kind of about the size of your hand. It's quite a thick glass tube.
Okay.
Okay. Weird.
Large tube of purple water.
Yeah, tube of purple water primordial is what I've got.
Yeah, so very putting where you actually got this from, which box, probably does help a little bit as to what it might be.
That's why I'm writing just primordial or psionic or something. It's like, we have a rough gauge. It's better than bag of scrap, which I had from the other room. Stuff like that.
Yeah.
Or steak. Oh no, I remember what steaks were. They were actually wooden steaks. I thought
Yeah,
actually meat. It was the steaks that I covered in garlic so I can
Yeah,
stab Junior with them.
because you're expecting to fight Junior. It's like, I have stakes.
Next D20, Lou.
18 again.
You find a second large tube of purple water.
I'm just gonna put 2 on that one.
2 large tubes of purple water.
Who
Who knows what these very rare items do?
They're
People will
rejuvenation
probably go
potions
for
will
stuff like-
fully heal us and restore all our
Maybe.
spell slots if we
You
drink
should
them.
drink one.
I mean, it's not quite that suicidal. Or dumb.
And finally, for the third 3-off.
12.
We get 3 of this, whatever it is.
Fascinating. You find three God, I didn't even put a description down here. I just said what it was. You find 3 large feathers. One of those large feathers you'd find in like a hat, like a bigger, like wider, longer than your hand.
Are they red?
They are not. They are a kind of dark blue and light blue with a mix of purple through them. And as you kind of pick them up, you get a bit of static shock. And a little bit of a glow seems to emanate through the actual bone of the feather itself. Is it bone? Enamel? What the hell is a feather?
Keratin.
It's a
Keratin?
core, essentially. Yeah.
You see a little bit of light seem to shimmer through the actual keratin itself.
Lightning. So if there's a lightning phoenix, I'm gonna go with.
You
No
call
idea
it
if they're a thing, but
call it a lightning feather for now.
Yeah.
Till you figure out what it does.
Large feathers, blue, lightning, primordial. We get 3 of them. Damn.
Yeah.
Cool.
Now, I'm also going to need to know who actually is keeping hold of that one.
I can keep them if you like. I've got all the weird shit so far that's probably going to kill us.
Yes, next week, just remind me of who's got those on their person, because they actually will prompt reactively rather than proactively.
Okay. Yeah, do you guys want me to have them since I've got most health, if nothing else? When they inevitably kill us, at least they'll be only shocking me.
Yeah, if you
I've
want.
got 6 stone tubes already. I think that's enough.
Yeah, you can have them with your own weird rocks. Yeah, I'll actually
but
take them
yeah.
off of my list.
That is the 4 primordial loots that you managed to get from the salvage pile. The rest is kind of just broken containers and boxes and crates that are empty now.
Is there any rope?
Yeah,
No
I
rope,
could do with some
unfortunately.
rope.
Primordial doesn't use rope.
Darn. Ah, well, worth a try.
All right, let's quickly move on to the psionic salvage.
Yep. I'll do it as 1, 2, 2, 3. Easier.
1, 2, 2, 3. Fair.
Yeah.
Roll me a d20. Let's see what your one-off is.
9.
Ooh, 9. What is 9? All right. As you're moving through the boxes, you open one of the small crates up, and inside of it is a large beaker filled with this gray slime inside of it with a cork on top.
Ooh.
That is all you're getting for that one.
Yep. Beaker of grey slime. Psionic.
Baker? No, it's not Beaker.
Beaker.
Is that you spell Beaker?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
All right, what was the next one? It's 2 2s.
Oh, I need to throw 2.
Beaker of Grey Slime.
Oh.
Ooh, interesting. As you open up the next crate, they are cradled inside some hay, are 2 bottles containing what appears to be this misty, glowing light. Yep, just reading the rest of that to make sure.
Yeah.
So yeah, 2 bottles of ethereal light.
Ethereal light. Okay.
It's kind of got this misty, kind of dim glow to it, like you'd associate with the ethereal plane.
Okay.
Since you guys know the ethereal plane, I'm just giving you that extra bit.
Yeah, that's fair.
So yes, 2 bottles of ethereal light.
Okay.
You can see now why I want to make these as homebrew, so you can actually assign these, because there's going to be a lot of loot.
Yeah.
But you also have to figure out how to use half of this.
Yep.
All right, number 2. Next, number 2.
Speak of the devil, and it shall appear, eh?
Ooh.
2.
All right. As you look into this next one, you have to dig for it. You find a little case, and as you open up the case, there appears to be what's the actual container for this one?
It's another bottle.
No, it's a dust-like substance, but I haven't actually put what the dust is in.
It could be a little pouch, like a dice bag kind of thing.
Yeah. You find a little pouch, and as you kind of open it a little bit to peek inside, you can see that there is dust inside. It seems to almost glitter as it's exposed to light. As I'm going to say, 2 bags or 2 pouches of glittery dust.
Okay. Psionic.
Great, you can turn Junior into a character from Twilight.
Yeah, continue to a Twilight vampire. Then we really want to stab him.
Sparkle.
Okay.
The final third one.
Which is the 3.
As you open up the final last crate, you get 3.
1.
Okay.
I got 4, 2. I got nothing above a 10.
What appears to be a small chuggable glass vial of this dark ichor.
What color?
Black.
Dark.
Black. Dark is not a color.
Of black ichor. Gonna call it a shot. Shot of black ichor.
Sure, black again. Yeah, I'm gonna. Though all of these ones, I'm gonna hand off to someone else because I don't think the barbarian's the best person to be carrying a lot of random potions.
I'll take the Sambuca.
Yeah, I'll hand you all of this basically. So the beaker of slime, the 2 bottles of ethereal light, 2 pouches of glittery dust, and the 3 glass vials of black ichor.
Don't drink
Because
it.
yeah, I've just put all of them as psionic.
I put all the loot that we've got so far into memes and gifts because we don't have a
Yeah.
Loot channel.
Yep.
Do you really want another magic item channel, Bob?
Yes, considering if we got the same kind of level of we're gonna get all these weird, and especially because you're loot whoring, we're gonna need it. Because if we ever do lose what items in their tracking or bags or the bag of holding, we're gonna have to.
Who's got what?
We're gonna have to refer back to the channel to see what the fuck we have.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna way back.
I'm gonna put a number next to each one that I'm carrying. So I've got the firebox with the shard. I've got the armor. I've got all the primordial stuff, basically. I've just realized. And Lou's got all the psionic stuff.
Oh, the psionic stuff.
Oh yeah, and Lou also has the celestial thing because of Zormir's.
Yeah, I was holding it for Zormir, seeing he was busy conversing.
Yeah, and fuck you, got hypnotized by a rock, so.
Who's got the brass mug with Jade inlay and who took the large, well-made tapestries? No, they'd be still back in that room that you went back to gather the.
Oh, okay. So it was tapestry. We can put the tapestry and the what was the other thing? The mug.
Brass mug with jade inlay.
We can put those in the bag of holding. They were earlier than this thing, so.
Because I couldn't carry all that plus all the gem, all the gold.
Oh, the loot, yeah. Yeah, I've got the halberd and the loot. I'm actually going to use them.
Loot.
Oh, that's but for the loot. Can you actually post it somewhere so I can copy it in between sessions? Just what it does.
It's a loot.
Oh, that's
actually
loot
has
on D&D Beyond.
I've got Beyond.
It plays music when you plug the strings.
See, it's got strings.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, this one's got a copy of all of them, so I'll just throw this in the beams and stuff. There you go. It's the DOS loot one. DOS loot.
Thank you. Yeah, I'll copy it between sessions. Just to what it does.
Estimated value. It's worth apparently 28,500 gold.
Damn.
I've got a very nice loot now.
It would require
Yeah.
somebody to be able to actually afford that in this world.
Yeah.
Gold doesn't mean anything if nobody can accept it.
Hey, we can find a dragon.
I don't think a dragon is known to barter.
You can raise a dragon.
I can raise a dragon, it can get money, and then I can trade it the loot.
All right, so as Drax has answered Jormir's question that we'll get to next week, he asked if you guys are ready to set off and actually leave this place because he very much wants to get out of this tower.
Yep, I'm fine to leave.
All right, as we'll continue exploring the dungeon next week in part 3 of the Tower of Death.
On episode 6. We got loot, guys!
We got way too much loot.
Loot.
No, we didn't get enough loot. We haven't gotten all the loot on the world yet, so we've not got enough.
I feel my over encumbrance. I need
I know.
to drop something.
I'm fine, because I don't currently have a 250-pound cannonade with me.
Yep. We need to get back to the ship so we can dump it all on that.
I like the idea of these lightning feathers.
Well, we need to find the ship.
Yeah.
Can I do some kind of check to identify these feathers?
Nope.
Okay.
You have to just tell me what you're doing and experiment with them.
Yeah. That's right. I'm basically going to investigate the feathers properly, so touch them, pet them. I'm curious.
Throw them at
While we're
stuff.
walking. While we're walking.
See what triggers them.
Yeah.
Find somebody that knows. Find an ancient scroll. Identify. I'm pretty sure this creature doesn't actually exist in the alternative timeline.
I mean, she wouldn't know anyway.
Hmm.
But she's got rubber gloves on while holding them, though.
That's fair. But yes, there we go. That is today's session. We'll end out there, having gone through all the loot the party has gotten. Loot that they have no idea what it does, how to use it, or which one is going to blow up and destroy the party.
It's the
All
best
of it.
kinds.
Exciting times.
Yeah.
As tune in next week for the continuation of the Tower of Death and the adventures of the shattered Alt Sphere party that has yet to actually have a name. I have been Chris McKenzie, your DM, and these have been my fantastic players. Thank you for watching.
Bye.
See ya!
Bye.